module reached the moon, and here now we have the first visuals of the moon. Absolutely beautiful looking moon with all its craters, and like you could see at the last end that it's going to the dark side of the moon as well as it is orbiting. And now what they have done is that these are after an orbit reduction maneuver, just like orbit racing maneuver on Earth, they have decreased the distance to 170 kilometers perihelion to 4,313 kilometers. This way, it will be reduced all the way to 100 kilometers, almost a circular orbit, and then ISRO will attempt the soft landing on the moon.
Thank you so much, Pramod Madhav, for the perspective, and here hoping that a lot of young men and women, school students, college students looking at this right now can only contribute to this further and be inspired by what ISRO is able to achieve. It's just the beginning. We hope there are many more incidents coming in within orbit, from the light to the dark, our Chandrayaan-3. A major infiltration bid has been foiled along the line of control at Digwar subsector in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir. Initial reports say a group of Pakistani suspected terrorists, about 2 to 3 in number, attempted to infiltrate. However, alert troops thwarted their attempt. More details are averted. Pakistan and terror groups, remember, have been trying to now create disturbances ahead of the Independence Day. There has been security tightened both at the line of control and the international border on the line of Jammu and Kashmir. Let's go across to Sunil G. Bhatt for the latest on that. Sunil, this is big news because it's expected that Pakistan will try to create disturbance as well. What are you picking up about this case in Poonch?
Absolutely, Pooja. Pakistan is desperately trying to, create disturbances in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of the Independence Day. And in the latest incident that took place late last night, there was an infiltration attempt that was made by 2 to 3 Pakistani terrorists. But since there was high alert across the length and breadth of Jammu and Kashmir, including the line of control as well as the international border, the alert troops on ground foiled this infiltration bid. We are yet to receive more, information about it, but the security forces managed to, foil this infiltration attempt. And, had these terrorists managed to infiltrate, then one can understand that they could have carried out a major terror strike. And that is why there are intelligence inputs which suggest that, terrorists could infiltrate either from the IB or from the LOC, and they could carry out a major terror strike in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of the Independence Day. And that is why, the security has been beefed up all across Jammu and Kashmir in view of the Independence Day function.
Right. Sunil G. Bhatt with the latest that he's telling us about. Remember, terrorists have now been targeting specifically the Jammu region more than the Kashmir Valley, where the security has been tightened already. Today is a big day in the parliament, and here's why. The Delhi Dangal will now take over the control issue over services. It's now reached the Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house of the parliament. After the bill sailed through the lower house smoothly because of the numbers that the NDA has, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is all set to move the bill in the upper house today. Aam Aadmi Party will be ready. It has issued a 3-line whip to the Rajya Sabha members, asking them to be present in the House on 7th and 8th of August. Not only that, Congress Party, which has extended support to Delhi government in this battle against centre, has also issued a whip calling all its Rajya Sabha MPs to be present today. Now, while the government at the centre did not face any hurdle in the Lok Sabha, expectedly because of the numbers, Chief Minister Kejriwal could also be set to lose the control over services in Delhi if it gets a clearance and is passed by the NDA in the upper house today.
केजरीवाल ये कैसे कह देगा कि एक साल में केवल एक ही कैबिनेट मीटिंग बुलाई है उसने? ये तो ऑन रिकॉर्ड है। ये बेतर्क नहीं है, ये तर्क है कि आप अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सदन चलाना चाहते हैं। अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल शराब घोटाले से लेकर शीश महल बनाने से लेकर तुम सब पापों को अधिकारी अपने अनुसार रख के ढकना चाहते हो। तो कैसे तर्क, सारे तर्क तो थे जो अमित शाह जी ने दिए हैं। तो राज्यसभा में भी वो कल निश्चित रूप से पास होगा।
लोकसभा में तो ये बिल पारित होना था क्योंकि सरकार के पास बहुमत है। तो अब जब राज्यसभा में ये बिल आएगा, राज्यसभा में शायद भारतीय जनता पार्टी और उसके जो सरकार में सहयोगी दल हैं उनका शायद 2, 4, 5 सीटों से पूरा बहुमत नहीं है। लेकिन अगर जो जैसे लोकसभा में हुआ है कि कुछ अन्य पार्टियों ने भी उनका समर्थन किया है, अगर वही रहा राज्यसभा में तो फिर तो बिल पारित हो जाएगा।
इस बिल के पास होने के बाद आप पार्टी के जो भ्रष्टाचार हैं उनके कई मंत्री जेल में पड़े हुए हैं, उन पर ये पर्दा डालना चाहते हैं, वो उजागर हो जाएंगे, इसलिए वो तो विरोध करेंगे ही करेंगे। राज्यसभा में कल इस पर चर्चा होगी, बाकायदा जवाब दिया जाएगा विपक्ष को, और ये 100% राज्यसभा से
The Congress party is all guns blazing, asking why has Rahul Gandhi not been reinstated yet into the Lok Sabha? The Congress is questioning a delay in restoring Rahul Gandhi as the Member of Parliament. Remember, Rahul Gandhi was elected as the Wayanad Member of Parliament from Kerala. He was disqualified over the Modi surname controversy, but the court decided to stay the conviction recently, and that is when now it is likely that he's set to return to the Lok Sabha. The Congress is asking BJP cannot drag its feet beyond 48 hours. The delay is going against the spirit of the Supreme Court order. It was the top court on Friday that had stayed Rahul Gandhi's conviction. So the Congress party will expect it to only again have fireworks today in the parliament. Mosmi Singh is joining me for the latest on that. Mosmi, expecting fireworks today with the Congress will want to step up pressure, asking where is our member of parliament?
Absolutely, Pooja. You know, the Congress is actually watching every ticking hour the delay over Rahul Gandhi's reinstatement. And that was a point of contention for the Congress, because the Congress alleged that when Rahul Gandhi's membership was suspended, the Lok Sabha Secretariat didn't blink an eye. And that's the reason that in the backdrop of a BJP MP also getting 2 years sentence over this weekend, Mr. Kathera, the BJP MP, has got a 2-year sentence. The Congress is also saying now let's see how much time will the Lok Sabha Secretariat take to suspend his membership. So it's a tit for tat, and the Congress will be waiting very closely, even though our sources tell us that the file for Rahul Gandhi's reinstatement perhaps is ready and is only waiting for the signature of the Lok Sabha Speaker. Okay. So either ways, we know by 12 noon today what is the strategy of the Congress.
All right, disqualified in one day. What time will he be reinstated? That's what the Congress party will be pushing for. Thank you so much. Mosmi Singh will be tracking all the latest from the parliament. We'll go across to as and when the session convenes. But Rahul Gandhi will be eyeing his return to the Lok Sabha today after the Congress leader's conviction in the Modi surname controversy was stayed by the Supreme Court. Lok Sabha Secretariat is set to examine the papers submitted by the Congress already. They will of course want to seek a reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi as a Member of Parliament from Wayanad. Now, the Lok Sabha Secretariat is expected to weigh in all the provisions before they restore the membership of Rahul Gandhi. Now, the Congress party has been quick to accuse government at the centre of dragging feet over restoring him. They are pointing to his almost instantaneous disqualification after the conviction, but a delay in reinstating. Remember, Lok Sabha Secretariat was close on weekend, and that is why today is going to be very crucial. India bloc parties already sought immediate restoration. They will want to push for it today. We can definitely expect a lot of fireworks in the parliament today.
हमारे लिए तो राहुल गांधी चेहरा है, रहेंगे, बाकी हाईकमान जाने और आगे क्या देखते हैं क्या होता है। पहले से ही वो तो नई बात तो है नहीं।
राहुल गांधी अभी भी सजा याफ्ता हैं, उनकी सजा पर रोक लगी है, कन्विक्शन पर। कांग्रेसी एक बात न भूलें कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उनको एक सख्त और नेक सलाह दी है कि बड़े पदों पर बैठे हुए लोग वाणी संयम रखा करें, क्या बोला जाए। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोगों को याद करना चाहिए कि राहुल गांधी जी किस तरह से लोगों के बारे में क्या कहते हैं।
Let's get to a big development that's emerging from the northeastern state of Assam. The Assam government can now proceed to enact a law which may prohibit polygamy in the state. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has said that there is going to be a law to ban the practice of a man marrying multiple women, and it will be brought in as a law this year in the Assam Assembly. As per a High Court judge-led expert committee, Assam government can proceed to enact a law prohibiting polygamy in the state. Now, Himanta Biswa Sarma has said that this is an aim to empower women irrespective of caste, creed or religion. Chief Minister, however, also added that the law has to be cleared by the President first instead of the Governor. Remember, on the 12th of May, Himanta Biswa Sarma had announced the formation of a 4-member expert committee headed by retired Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan. Now, meanwhile, opposition has slammed the decision of the government as diversionary, as communal. And they have said, especially at a time when there is already references to coming to the Uniform Civil Code that are being received by the Law Commission, why bring in this law?
আইন কৰাৰ অধিকাৰ ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰৰ আছে নে নাই সেই সাবজেক্টৰ ওপৰতে আমি কমিটিখন বনাই দিছিলোঁ আজি কমিটিখনে আমাক সৰ্বসন্মতিক্ৰমে ৰায় দিছে যে পলিগমিৰ ওপৰত আইন কৰাৰ অধিকাৰ ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰৰ আছে খালি তাত যেটো ফাইনেল সিগনেচাৰ যেটো এসেন্ট বুলি কয় হেতু ৰাজ্যপালৰ পৰা নহয় ৰাষ্ট্ৰপতিৰ পৰা ল'ব লাগিব whether we will do it in September or December or January that is to be decided but within this financial year this law will definitely come
3-4 बार हम लोग बैठा है एक कमेटी बैठने का बाद एक हम लोग रिपोर्ट हम लोग प्रिपेयर किया है और रिपोर्ट प्रिपेयर करके आज हम लोग का रिपोर्ट चीफ मिनिस्टर का ऑफिस में हम लोग चीफ मिनिस्टर का हाथ में दे दिया अभी बाकी गवर्नमेंट का ड्यूटी गवर्नमेंट करेगा पॉलीगमी का ऊपर क्या करना है क्या करना नहीं तो ये सब गवर्नमेंट करेगा
Let's get you now an update from Haryana, where we all saw the communal violence that had unfolded in Mewat region and also in Gurugram district. Bulldozer action now continues in Nu. Haryana administration continues to raise down several illegal establishments and encroachments in the violence-hit region of Nu. A hotel, as you can see coming down, were the site from where allegedly stones were pelted at a religious procession. That hotel has also been demolished. Meanwhile, curfew in Haryana's Nu district has been relaxed between 9 a.m. to later in the evening. As per sources, Intelligence Bureau alerted state police of the violence 4 days prior to the yatra. Haryana police intensifying the investigation in the case. The police is in contact with even the Rajasthan government as the state borders in a way to the state of Rajasthan as well. Remember, state police on Saturday arrested 8 accused who are from Rajasthan. So taking a dig at district's law and order situation, Congress is alleging lack of security during the Jal Abhishek Yatra. Grand Old Party's Haryana unit is meeting at the AICC headquarters over the violence in Nu.
जब ये यात्रा हुई तो उसके पहले ये सुना है कि कोई 2-4-5 बड़े खतरनाक और बड़े सांप्रदायिक माहौल को बिगाड़ने वाले वीडियो सर्कुलेट हुए कहा जाता है जिस कारण से वहाँ उपद्रव हुआ तो जब आपको मालूम है कि इस तरीके के वीडियो सर्कुलेट होंगे तो स्थानीय स्तर पर टेंशन तो हो सकती है तो ये तो मैं नहीं मान सकता कि पुलिस वाले भी उसी समाज में रहते हैं वहीं रहते हैं उनके पास ये वीडियोस नहीं आए होंगे धार्मिक कोई जगह एक ऐसी जगह से जा रहा है जो संवेदनशील है या जहाँ कुछ भी हो सकता है तो वहाँ आपको पुख्ता इंतजाम करना चाहिए था
अब तक 56 एफआईआर रजिस्टर हो गया डिस्ट्रिक्ट नो में और 147 लोगों को हमने अरेस्ट कर दिया इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारा चल रहा है 4 टीम्स को बनाया इन्वेस्टिगेशन तेजी गति में प्रोग्रेस चल रहा है अभी टेक्निकल एविडेंस में जोड़ा जाएगा और इन्वेस्टिगेशन वगैरह आगे बढ़ता जाएगा सब कुछ खुलासा हो जाएगा
Alright, so that's all from Haryana right now, but it's a developing story. We'll continue to bring you updates. I'm heading into a very short commercial break. I bring you some sports news after. It's not looking good for India. India has lost the second T20 international by 2 wickets against West Indies. Hosts are 2-0 ahead in a 5-match series as the men in blue are on the verge of a series defeat. More on that after a very short break.
There are very few couturiers in this country who do men's fashion with that much finesse. Two of the most impressive ones, to my mind, happen to be Kunal Rawal and Shantanu and Nikhil. Their showcases were a class above the rest as far as men couture is concerned. And what's interesting is gender was not about. What was stereotypically considered to be men's clothing was also something that you saw women wear and vice versa. Here's a look. high on energy with Punjabi music grooving and Ranbir Kapoor show-stopping with a Kapoor swag. We saw women in outfits that have traditionally and conventionally been worn by men, and that is why we call it gender no bar. Impressive.
I really admire him as a designer. I have always, seen the kind of innovative design he does. His cuts always very masculine. He's always pushing the boundaries. He's really blended, something which is very close to our culture with something modern. And I think where he also takes his inspirations from is very truly Indian.
And that is something I'm hedging my bets. I put it on the biggest clothes horse. Now I'm hoping it works.
Shandur and Nikhil's showcase interestingly had bridal silhouettes that explored exaggerated ornate veils paired with bejeweled capes and gloves, just like in the Gatsby era.
There is a lot of romance that I see in you, and this collection was all about that. It was about romance, it was sexy, it was subdued in terms of its glamour, and I feel both of them had to do justice, and both of them are so good looking.
Rajesh Pratap Singh stands out of the pack with the kind of rebellion we saw in his work.
The Indian team are trailing the West Indies 2-0 in the 5-match T20 International Series. Hardik Pandya's team failed to put up a good total after winning the toss, and as a result, the men in blue are staring at a series defeat against West Indies. Yuzvendra Chahal did well to bring India back into the content, but the hosts managed to still cross the line. Take a look at some of the highlights of the match.
India won the toss and opted to bat first. The openers unleashed a couple of big hits, but much like the first T20I, Shubman Gill lost his wicket early.
Not exactly where he wanted it. Field on edge. Shimron Hetmyer completes the catch.
Minutes later, Suryakumar Yadav joined him in the dugout, losing his wicket in the most unfortunate manner.
They're confident.
Tilak Verma continued where he left off in the first T20I, giving India some much-needed breathing room.
Tremendous.
But wickets continued to fall at the other end. For the second straight match, Sanju Samson failed to make the most of the opportunity. Tilak Verma was the lone Indian batter who played well to the conditions and reached his maiden T20I 50. The hosts, however, got another opportunity to stop the run flow when Tilak Verma was dismissed by Akil Hussain. Hardik Pandya played well for his 24 of 18 but lost his wicket just when India needed him to switch gears. India had lost momentum, but the tailenders scored a couple of vital boundaries in the last over, and the visitors finished with 152.
Defense of their 152.
Captain Pandya decided to open the bowling for India and gave India a dream start. Brandon King and Johnson Charles were dismissed in the very first over.
Pandya is having a sensational first over.
Nicholas Pooran and Kyle Mayers steadied the ship for the hosts and took the attack to the Indian bowlers.
This one he connects.
Arshdeep Singh bowled a superb knuckle ball to deceive Mayers, and with that, the Windies lost their third wicket.
They'll consider reviewing.
But despite the fall of wickets, the momentum did not drop for the hosts, and Nicholas Pooran was the key for that to happen. He dispatched the ball to different corners and gave West Indies the edge. India needed Pooran's wicket, and it was Mukesh Kumar who got it for the visitors.
Absolutely smashed it.
Although West Indies had done enough to be in the driving seat, but they found a way to complicate things. India came back into the match as 3 wickets fell in a UZCHL over.
Maybe just short.
However, despite the late drama, the Windies found a way to eke out a win and have now gone 2-0 up in the series. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Indian domestic cricket star Sarfaraz Ahmed recently tied the knot in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir in a quiet private ceremony. But of course, because all eyes were on this star who is clearly in the local region, Sarfaraz's wife is named Rumana Zahur, and the two of them met when she went to Delhi to see a match in which Sarfaraz was playing. As it turns out, Sarfaraz was friends with one of Rumana's sisters, and the two of them then met through her. So clearly, as expected, as it looks like, it was love at first sight for the batsman from Mumbai. And just about a month after they first met, their wedding was also fixed. Both the families extremely happy. Sarfaraz was also happy at the way he was welcomed in the wife's hometown, saying he enjoyed the hospitality that was shown to him. Wishing Sarfaraz and Rumana all the very best for their married life. All right, on that note, I'm wrapping up this bulletin, but stay tuned. Big political stories right after that I continue to bring you. Have a great day coming up. Stay tuned to India Today Television.
UNESCO has recommended Venice to be added under World Heritage in Danger list ahead of its 45th meet that is to be held in September. Climate change and over-tourism are some major issues for which Venice has been recommended under the danger list. Take a look.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization has recommended that one of the most popular and fragile tourist destinations of Italy, Venice, be added to its list of World Heritage in Danger, a designation that is given when a vulnerable heritage site is in need of support. The recommendation to put Venice on the World Heritage in Danger list was made by UNESCO and its advisory body experts ahead of the 45th session of the agency's World Heritage Committee meet, which will be held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in September this year. Mass tourism, development projects and climate change are some major reasons behind UNESCO's recommendation to put Venice under the danger list. According to the organization, these issues are causing deterioration and damage to the building structures and to the urban areas, degrading the cultural and social identity of the property and threatening the integrity to its cultural, environmental, landscape attributes and values. UNESCO has asked the Italian government to ensure that utmost attention is given to Venice and its long-standing problems should be addressed that have been causing damage to the city. Over-tourism in Venice has been a serious issue. Venice is one of the places that is currently designated as a World Heritage Site because of its outstanding universal value, cultural and natural offerings. With Neha Kumari, Bureau Report, India Today.
Sorry. नमस्ते टमाटर प्रेमियों 104.8 इश्क एफएम पर आपको चखाना चाहता हूं आजकल का टमाटरी गीत ये
Shake your body, girl.
हो ग्रेवी बिरयानी हो चटनी पाव भाजी सदमे में अम्मी और अब्बा 1 किलो टमाटर 200 का था बिल बजट हिला मेरा रब्बा टमाटर कैसे लोगे 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर टमाटर कैसे लोगे 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर किलो में ना निकले एक भी ढंग का मम्मी का दिमाग था सन का टमाटर जो ना मैं छांट के लाया मम्मी लगा देगी लंका टमाटर वाला एक नहीं आ रहा ऑनलाइन भी चेक कर चुका मैं मोहल्ले की सारी रेडी पूछ पूछ के मर चुका मैं नहीं जरूरत बर्गर में टमाटर की सलाद बन रही खीरा प्याज और गाजर की एक टमाटर से पूरा दिन तुम चलाओ वन हो गई सिस्टर और अम्मा टमाटर कैसे लोगे 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर
पावर्ड बाय घर लेना हो या बेचना 99 एकड़ से ही पूछना
Good morning and welcome to the First Up. I'm Pooja Shali. I'll be bringing you news from across India and the world. Let's begin first with the headlines at the top of 8 a.m. The top story coming in from the Parliament. Delhi Services Bill will be in the upper house today. This, remember, means a big showdown between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Home Minister Amit Shah will table the Delhi Ordinance Bill. Aam Aadmi Party stares at an endgame in Rajya Sabha and likely will want to use the numbers of opposition. All eyes also on the Lok Sabha Secretariat because Rahul Gandhi will be eyeing a return. Congress claims it's a willful delay deliberately being done on his return. BJP hits back saying Rahul is still on thin ice. Expect big news from the northeastern state of Assam as the state is set to bring ban polygamy law. Himanta Biswa Sarma is pledging empowerment of women irrespective of caste, creed, religion. Opposition, however, calls this move communal and deliberately diversionary. Day 5 of the archaeological survey at the Gyanvapi complex. Scientific survey of the 3 domes have been done. Hindu side claiming Narsimha idol was found in the mosque premises. The Muslim side is alleging these are fake rumors being spread. And look at this incredible visual on your screen. Chandrayaan-3 successfully enters into the lunar orbit and Isro has shared these images from Chandrayaan's insertion into the lunar orbit. First image of how closely the moon can be viewed by our Chandrayaan. Bharat Mata Ki Jai sloganeering and chanting has now become a political face-off between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party. So here's what had happened. One of the BJP MLAs had decided to go ahead and chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai, and the BSP is fuming over it. The furious BSP Member of Parliament and MLC of the BJP got into a verbal spat. And we are being told that even Danish Ali of the Samaj party, we'll get more details on that. Danish Ali is arguing with the BJP MLC on the stage. Danish Ali stopping the BJP MLC, Bharat Mata ka chanting on the stage. BJP Neta is threatening him, says will kill the anti-Bharat brigade. That's the big news coming in. Remember, even Bharat Mata Ki Jai has now become a political showdown here. And this is interesting because just giving you a background. Kumar Danish Ali is from the BSP. He's a member of parliament, and it was the BJP MLC that decided to shout that slogan. And so not the MLA, MLC, I correct myself, got into this whole issue. Why does basically Bharat Mata chanting is needed at that point? Listen into the argument.
हम किसी के विरोधी नहीं, जो भारत माता की जय बोले वो हमारा भाई है और हम उसके लिए अपनी जान भी दे सकते हैं। और जो भारत माता के खिलाफ बोलेगा उसकी जान लेने में भी हम पीछे नहीं हटेंगे। ये हमारा संकल्प है।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक वो हो गया है कि वो हर किसी सरकारी कार्यक्रम को पार्टी के कार्यक्रम में तब्दील कर देते हैं। वहां पर भाजपा के कार्यकर्ताओं ने जिस तरीके से पार्टी के नारे लगाए, पार्टी के नेताओं के लिए नारेबाजी शुरू करी, उस पर हमने अपना विरोध दर्ज कराया कि ये सरकारी कार्यक्रम है, ये टैक्स पेयर्स का पैसा इसमें खर्च होता है, ये कोई पार्टी का कार्यक्रम नहीं है।
Okay, let's try and put this in perspective. Now, the BSP Member of Parliament was Danish Ali. BJP's MLC was Hari Singh Dhillon, who was shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai sloganeering, to which basically now BSP MP is saying they were also shouting the party workers, BJP's leaders sloganeering as well, and that is what we objected to. While Dhillon has said this was all a government event, and why couldn't we shout and chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai sloganeering? Let's go across to Samarth Srivastava, who's joining me from Lucknow, and also Hemendra Sharma about the reactions that have come in. First, over to you, Samarth. What exactly unfolded? Where was this event? Why has it become such a political showdown?
See, it was an event happening in Amroha district of Uttar Pradesh where BSP MP Danish Ali was accompanied by BJP MLC Hari Singh. All was going in a soothing way, but just the moment when the slogans of Bharat Mata Ki Jai chanted by the public out there, by the workers out there who were present at the event, Danish Ali in a way raised the question, why are you sloganeering Bharat Mata Ki Jai? It's a government function. Why are you raising such slogans? And on that particular thing, BJP MLC confronted him and verbal spat happened between the two leaders. Though he is a member of parliament, Danish Ali, he questioned the sloganeering of Bharat Mata Ki Jai. He even blamed the BJP of converting every government event into a party event. He said when this is a government event, the money of taxpayers is being invested in this particular event. Why are you raising such slogans? But the question is, why? What is the problem in raising Bharat Mata Ki Jai? That's the bigger question. That's what BJP is urging and questioning, that why you hate Bharat Mata so much that you have problems with slogans being raised on the name of Bharat Mata. So that's the bigger thing. Though Danish Ali in a way clarified that they were also raising slogans of the party slogans of BJP. But in what we saw, what we heard here in the video, there's a clear voice of Bharat Mata Ki Jai coming from the video that came from Amroha district of Uttar Pradesh. But this is one thing where BJP is now confronting the BSP, because Mayawati's policy has been very clear. Though Mayawati is saying, Mayawati hasn't tweeted or has commented on this particular issue yet, but it's going to be very important, like how Danish Ali will reply or hit back with the BJP.
This issue could have stayed on till about the Amroha event, or whether it was Bharat Mata Ki Jai that Danish Ali was objecting to, or was he saying, why are you even raking up all of these slogans, including praising your party leaders, when it's a government event for a railway station? But adding fuel to the fire was a senior leader of the BJP. He's also the National General Secretary, Kailash Vijayvargiya, in Madhya Pradesh. Hemendra Sharma now joins me, and we heard what Kailash Vijayvargiya had to say. Hemendra, you go ahead and tell us what exactly did Kailash Vijayvargiya said, referring to the same Bharat Mata Ki Jai sloganeering controversy.
Well, Kailash Vijayvargiya, the Bharatiya Janata Party National General Secretary, he was in Ratlam addressing a gathering of party workers. First, he referred to the so-called Tukre Tukre gang, and then he talked about Bharat Mata Ki Jai and said that those people who raise these slogans, he and his party members can give their lives for them, and those who don't and those who speak against the country, they can, that is the BJP workers, and they can take their lives of such people.
All right, Hemendra Sharma and also Samarth Srivastav joining us with the latest. Can these slogans be raised at a government event or not? Was it just about this slogan or much more? But definitely led to a massive showdown, and now leaders of both parties are starting to react on that. All right, big news coming in. India's India opposition that is going to now meet. The alliance is set to have a meeting at about 10 a.m. So stay tuned for that. Leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha's office has, in the parliament, will be chalking out strategy for the floor of the house. That's the big news that we are bringing to you, that India's party floor leaders meeting at about 10 a.m. It's going to be the big opposition huddle. Remember, it's going to be very crucial Monday today. One, it is about the Delhi Ordinance Bill, the Delhi Services Bill, which will grant the government of the centre higher authority over the elected Delhi government. That is what is a face-off expected between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party in the Rajya Sabha. But more than that, remember, it is going to be about Rahul Gandhi's return to the Lok Sabha. And that is what the opposition will want to look united over. What precisely is going to be the strategy? How can they step up attack against government at the centre over Rahul Gandhi's return? So let's bring you the top political story coming in from the parliament about the Delhi Services Bill. It got an easy pass through in the Lok Sabha because the NDA has, of course, the majority of numbers. But in the Rajya Sabha, where it will be taken up today, that's where Delhi Dangal will be crucial. Remember, this is about taking control over services, specifically of bureaucracy and the decisions taken. After the bill sailed through the lower house smoothly, Union Home Minister Amit Shah will now move the bill in the upper house today. Aam Aadmi Party will be ready, even though it barely has a few number of MLAs, but has issued a 3-line whip to the Rajya Sabha members, asking them to be present in the House on 7th and 8th of August. Congress Party extended its support to Delhi government in this battle against centre, has also issued a whip calling all the Rajya Sabha members to be mandatorily present. The whip basically is asking the members to ensure they are present today in the Rajya Sabha. Government at the centre didn't face any hurdle in Lok Sabha. So it looks like the Chief Minister Kejriwal could be all set to lose control or complete control over the services in Delhi, as the government will have a clear majority also in the Rajya Sabha, while we may expect an opposition also with fireworks in the upper house.
दिल्ली के अधिकारों को जबरदस्ती छीनने के लिए केंद्र सरकार जो बिल राज्यसभा में लेकर के आ रही है, सबको इंतजार है। सभी पार्टियां मिल करके एकजुट होकर के कल राज्यसभा के अंदर इस बिल का विरोध करेंगी और इस लोकतंत्र की रक्षा के लिए अपनी आवाज को बुलंद करेंगे।
Number is going to be after the bill is going to be introduced and decisions or discussion is going to take place. How people are going to react, we have to wait and see. And we all hope that India Alliance is united, and we in the Lok Sabha we were united, and Rajya Sabha also we will be united, and we will be trying to defeat the bill.
ये संविधान पर एक खतरनाक प्रहार है। यहाँ केंद्र प्रदेश को निगल लेना चाहता है, उसके अधिकार विहीन कर देना चाहता है। इस फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर को बचाने के लिए, संविधान को बचाने के लिए हम कल पूरी ताकत से इसका विरोध करेंगे।
बार बार अरविंद केजरीवाल का ये कहना कि मुझे ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग का अधिकार देना चाहिए, तो दिल्ली की जनता को दिखाना चाहते हैं कि मैं कोई काम इसलिए नहीं कर पा रहा क्योंकि मेरे पास अधिकार नहीं है। राष्ट्रीय राजधानी वर्ल्ड में जितनी भी कैपिटल्स हैं, उनके जो भी अधिकार होते हैं वहाँ के केंद्र सरकार के पास होते हैं। इसलिए बार बार वो दिल्ली के सारे राज्य के अधिकार मांगते हैं। तो ये हमारे मुख्यमंत्री साहब को भी पता है कि ये उनकी मांग बिल्कुल ही नाजायज़ है।
केजरीवाल ये कैसे कह देगा कि एक साल में केवल एक ही कैबिनेट मीटिंग बुलाई है उसने? ये तो ऑन रिकॉर्ड है। ये बेतर्क नहीं है, ये तर्क है कि आप अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सदन चलाना चाहते हैं। अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल शराब घोटाले से लेकर शीश महल बनाने से लेकर तुम सब पापों को अधिकारी अपने अनुसार रख के ढकना चाहते हो। तो कैसे तर्क, सारे तर्क ही तर्क तो थे जो अमित शाह जी ने दिए हैं। तो राज्यसभा में भी वो कल निश्चित रूप से पास होगा।
इस बिल के पास होने के बाद आप पार्टी के जो भ्रष्टाचार हैं, उनके कई मंत्री जेल में पड़े हुए हैं, उन पर ये पर्दा डालना चाहते हैं, वो उजागर हो जाएंगे। इसलिए वो तो विरोध करेंगे ही करेंगे। राज्यसभा में कल इस पर चर्चा होगी, बाकायदा जवाब दिया जाएगा विपक्ष को, और ये 100% राज्यसभा से पास होगा।
Let's go across to Amit Bhardwaj for the latest on that. Amit, of course, Aam Aadmi Party does have its share of members of parliament in the Rajya Sabha, but they're not enough. And one, Sanjay Singh, was suspended through the session. Tell us an update on that. But what do you think will be the strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party or the India opposition to at least create some fireworks when Home Minister Amit Shah is set to move the Delhi Services Bill? Amit.
Well, Pooja, this is like a opening game of the mega IPL competition. You have the India bloc strategizing every morning in Mallikarjun Kharge's room, but this is the real litmus test for the India bloc. We know for a matter of fact that the numbers are at odds for the Aam Aadmi Party and for the opposition parties. For that matter, you have the NDA plus BJD, YRSCP and TDP coming together in favor of the Delhi Services Bill. On the other side, you have the India bloc parties, which is roughly 105. That is the number that we are looking at. And Sanjay Singh not being inside the house would also mean that Aam Aadmi Party would be missing a fiery voice, aggressive voice, which might have opposed, which would have definitely opposed the Delhi Services Bill. Nevertheless, you will have Raghav Chadha from Aam Aadmi Party leading the attack on Delhi Services Bill. You could see that similar leaders from the opposition parties, such as be it Manoj Jha, Pramod Tiwari, and maybe Keshav Rao from the BRS. All these MPs could make sharp attack on this Delhi Services Bill. What it appears right now is that the focus for other opposition parties would be contesting the fact that this particular bill does not only concerns the national capital of Delhi, but this is also setting up a trend, an example for the states that any subject that falls under the concurrent list, the center might tomorrow wake up and tell that we are amending the laws and we are making the laws under those provisions as well, and that it is an attack on the federal structure. So today, what we will see is that from the opposition benches, the statement would be focused on how it is an attack on the federal structure, while the NDA or the Treasury benches would focus on the line length which it had stuck to.
NDA has the numbers, so it will very likely sail through Rajya Sabha as well. But Aam Aadmi Party MPs will be banking on the India opposition bloc at least to create enough fireworks and question the government over the Delhi Services Bill. This is big, remember. This is about the services, the authority of the bureaucracy and the decisions to be taken by either the elected government or eventually by the government at the centre. Amit, stay on with me. We have big news coming in from the Parliament. When will Rahul Gandhi return to the Lok Sabha? This is, remember, after the Supreme Court decided to stay the conviction over the disqualification of him as a Member of Parliament over the Modi surname remark. He will be eyeing his return very soon. Now, the controversy may not have ended, but for now, the conviction has been stayed. The Lok Sabha Secretariat is set to examine the papers submitted by the Congress party. Of course, they are seeking reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi as the Member of Parliament elected from Wayanad in Kerala. The Lok Sabha Secretariat is expected to weigh all provisions before they restore Rahul's membership. The Congress has been accusing the government of dragging its feet over restoring Rahul Gandhi as the Lok Sabha MP, pointing to his almost instantaneous disqualification after conviction. The Lok Sabha Secretariat, remember, is closed on weekend. So India bloc parties had also sought immediate restoration of Rahul Gandhi this week to enable him to take part in the no confidence motion, because that's also the debate that's currently raging on. And will Rahul Gandhi be present during that vote if and when that happens?
The speed at which Honorable Speaker reacted on the disqualification of Rahul ji, the same speed he should have acted, by this time Rahul ji's membership would have been reinstated. But he has not acted. Our leader, floor opposition leader, Adhir Ranjit Chaudhary ji, has wrote to Honorable Speaker, and we all hope that Honorable Speaker will reinstate Rahul Gandhi ji's disqualification.
जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट, देश का सबसे बड़ी अदालत ने जब राहुल गांधी जी के निर्णय, सूरत के निर्णय के, अदालत के निर्णय पर रोक लगाई, उसके 26 घंटे के अब 40 घंटे बीत चुके हैं, अभी तक राहुल गांधी जी की लोकसभा की सदस्यता को बहाल क्यों नहीं किया गया? मोदी जी, क्या आप नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पर राहुल गांधी जी के सवालों से इतना भयभीत हो चुके हैं?
भाई उनकी सदस्यता कोर्ट ने खारिज की थी, जिसको सजा मिला 2 साल का। 2 साल की सजा होते ही आपकी कोई सदस्यता चली जाएगी। बीजेपी के भी कई लोगों की गई है। अगर कोर्ट अपना फैसला बदलता है तो सजा भी बहाल हो जाएगी। अब अभी जो राहुल गांधी जी की सजा पे रोक लगी है, तो सजा पे रोक है या सजा माफ कर दी गई है, इसकी क्लियरिटी आते ही हो जाएगा। इसमें कोई रोल नहीं है। ये पूरी कहानी राहुल गांधी जी से शुरू होती है और राहुल गांधी जी पे खत्म होती है।
पूरा देश ये जानता है कि राहुल गांधी देश के खिलाफ विदेश की धरती पर हमेशा बोलते रहते हैं, और राहुल गांधी जी की सदस्यता देश के कानून के मुताबिक गई है, न्यायालय के आदेशों के बाद गई है।
Let me now bring in Amit Bhardwaj for the latest on what is expected now from the opposition parties. They're going to meet at 10 a.m. Amit, will we expect fireworks with regard to demanding a return, because he was disqualified within 1 day? Will the reinstatement take a lot of time? What are you picking up on your sources, Amit?
Well, Pooja, the Congress party is pretty clear about it. You know, they are saying that Rahul Gandhi's disqualification from the parliament was based on the decision in the defamation case, and the very fact that disqualification was stemming from the conviction. Now, the Supreme Court has stayed the conviction in the case, which means that he should be reinstated, and reinstatement should be at a speed at which Rahul Gandhi was disqualified as a member of parliament from the Lok Sabha. Now, remember, on Friday itself, the Congress party had started to create its ground, build its ground. And today what we'll see is that in both houses, be it Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, the Congress and the opposition parties put together make this demand that Rahul Gandhi should be reinstated, or at least this demand will be in different ways and methods raised today. We'll have to see as to for the specifics of the strategy that will be, instrumented and used in Lok Sabha. The meeting of the opposition parties happened around 10 a.m. in the parliament. So Lok Sabha specific strategy will be chalked out at that point in time. And we'll have to see as to whether only the Congress party, in most likelihood, will be all opposition parties coming together and seeking the chair.
So there is the Delhi Services Bill. And then there is Rahul Gandhi's return. Today will be all eyes on Parliament. That is going to be a sight in action about a lot of developments expected today. Thank you so much, Amit Bhardwaj, for the latest perspective on that. Along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, a major infiltration bid has been foiled ahead of Independence Day. Remember, Pakistan is attempting to clearly create disturbances. We are being told that 2 to 3 suspected Pakistan terrorists attempted to cross the line of control. One was killed, another one was injured in firing. They shot while fleeing toward the LOC. We are being told, according to our sources on the ground, terrorists planned a terror strike in Jammu and Kashmir. And I want to add here, remember that this line of control is along the Jammu region, which the terrorists from Pakistan have started to now target, because in the Kashmir Valley there is heightened security. The situation is also comparatively calmer now in the past 4 to 5 years. But it is in Jammu where they are trying to catch the security forces and civilians by surprise by launching targets. And this is in Poonch, which is along the line of control as well. Let's go across to our colleague Sunil Ji Bhatt for the latest on that. Yes, Sunil, good morning. Because the timing also with regard to the month of August, we have 15th August coming in. What are you hearing from what is coming in from the line of control in Poonch?
Well, Pooja, as far as this infiltration attempt is concerned, I will just give an update that, one terrorist was successfully neutralized by our alert troops on ground. Another terrorist has also been shot at, but it's not clear yet whether the second terrorist has also been killed or he is in injured condition. Search operations are on and the security forces are trying to trace the dead bodies of these terrorists. But it's a big success for the security forces that they have been able to, foil this major infiltration bid along the line of control in Poonch district of Jammu division. And Pooja, there are intelligence inputs that suggest that, Pakistan is desperately trying to, push terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir to create mayhem in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of the Independence Day. That is why high alert has been sounded across the length and breadth of Jammu and Kashmir in view of the Independence Day. And vigil has been stepped up both along the line of control as well as along the international border in Jammu and Kashmir.
Thank you so much, Sunil Ji Bhatt, for the latest, telling us about how there is heightened security now along the line of control and constant infiltration. This time, thankfully, it was foiled by the forces. All right, from Jammu and Kashmir, after a very short break, I'm going to take you to the northeastern state of Assam. Expect a big development there. There could be a law coming in Assam to end polygamy, which means a man cannot marry more than one woman. Now, the opposition, of course, has called it communal, diversionary, but the Assam government, or Himanta Biswa Sarma, has basically said this is going to empower women irrespective of caste, creed, religion. We get you that big story coming in from Assam, and amid the Uniform Civil Code debate, this could be a big update.
In politics, everyone has an opinion, but I have the data. Whose stock is rising? Whose graph is falling? Track India's political stock exchange. Unmatched, unmissable data analytics. The only show on News TV when numbers do the talking. India's most credible poll tracker. The Political Stock Exchange with Rahul Kanwal, only on India Today.
Karnataka Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao has stirred a controversy, putting the India alliance in a tough spot. Dinesh Gundu Rao called Aam Aadmi Party's Mohalla Clinic overhyped after visiting Panchil Mohalla Clinic in Delhi city. Meanwhile, AAP claims the Karnataka minister changed his stance after receiving a phone call. Here's more.
The opposition India alliance is in a spot. War of words erupt between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress over Mohalla clinics in Delhi. It started with a guided tour of Mohalla clinic given to Karnataka Minister Dinesh Kundu Rao, shared widely on social media by AAP leaders. But Dinesh Kundu Rao later called Arvind Kejriwal government's Mohalla clinics overhyped and disappointing.
It was not like the way it was hyped up to be. So in that way it was a disappointment. It was not like the way it was hyped up to be as a model for the whole country. I think there are better models in many other states also. And even in Karnataka also we've got our own good model.
Now Congress leader Sandeep Dixit has slammed Arvind Kejriwal's governance.
जब कभी बड़ा अलायंस होता है तो उसमें ऐसे सब भी हो जाते हैं। वो ऐसा नहीं है भाई, जंगल में जहाँ शेर रहते हैं, हाथी रहते हैं, वहाँ गीदड़ भी रहते हैं। गीदड़ से भी नहीं करेंगे यार, गीदड़ बेचारे में भी बहुत बढ़िया क्वालिटीज होती हैं, वो भी प्राकृतिक होता है, उसका भी प्रकृति में कोई योगदान होता है।
Meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party did not miss out on the opportunity to take a dig at the Kejriwal government.
These two parties that cannot see eye to eye have only come together not because they have any mission or vision. It is only because they want to save their corruption, their commission, their politics of division and their obsession and ambition for position.
AAP claims Dinesh Kundu Rao changed his position on Mohalla clinics under pressure from some quarters.
दिनेश राव जी बहुत तारीफ कर रहे थे, मोहल्ला क्लिनिक देख रहे थे, अखबार वाले साथ में थे, मीडिया साथ में, अचानक एक फोन आया, किसका आया तो वो बता सकता है और उनकी भाषा बदल गई।
The open fight between the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party has come as an embarrassment for the newly forged opposition alliance, India. Will the two parties be able to bury their differences ahead of elections? Bureau Report, India Today.
Days after riots and violence engulfed the state of Haryana, bulldozer action continues in Nuh. The Haryana administration razed down several establishments in violent hit Nuh. Meanwhile, over 600 shanties were demolished under CM Khattar's anti-encroachment drive in the Nuh district. Also, Section 144 was imposed in the district in order to restore the law and order situation. So far, 104 FIRs have been registered. About 216 have been arrested so far in the July 31st violence. As per sources, 8 of the accused who instigated the violence are from the state of Rajasthan. Meanwhile, VHP leader Surendra Jain said the yatra is not over yet. Yatra will resume this month. While probe is still underway, Haryana Home Minister Anil Vij has claimed that no violence was pre-planned.
देखो जी, फिलहाल तो यही टारगेट है, उसके बाद प्लान आउट करते हैं, जैसे भी प्लान आउट होता है उसके अपडेट कर दिया जाएगा। मालिक कौन है? मालिक जो भी हो जी, इसका अवैध निर्माण है और इसके जो है नोटिस प्रॉपर दे दिए जा चुके हैं। नोटिस बहुत पहले दे जा सकते हैं।
लोकल प्रशासन का फेल्योर ये 100% था और इसीलिए आज मजबूर होकर हरियाणा के गृह मंत्री को कहना पड़ा कि मुझे 3 बजे के बाद मालूम चला और वो भी मेरे मित्र ने बताया, क्योंकि मैं अंदर घिरा हुआ लोगों को बचा रहा हूं, मैंने ही उनको फोन किया। और तेज चलना चाहिए और केवल चलना नहीं चाहिए, स्थायी व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए और स्थायी व्यवस्था यही है कि मुस्लिम बहुल इलाके के अंदर सीआरपीएफ और बीएसएफ का स्थायी केंद्र बने। वहां के समाज ने आश्वासन दिया है कि हम बची हुई यात्रा पूरी करेंगे, वहां की खापों ने कहा है। इसलिए जब वो आह्वान करेंगे हम उस यात्रा में शामिल होंगे और इस यात्रा को पूरा करें।
from different parts.
There is a big development expected from the northeastern state of Assam, and that's on ban polygamy. That's a law that could actually come in and be brought in by the Himanta Biswa Sarma government, prohibiting polygamy in the state. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has said that there is a law that is coming to ban the practice of a man marrying multiple women, and it will be brought this year in the Assam Assembly. As per a High Court judge-led expert committee, Assam government can proceed to enact a law prohibiting polygamy in the state. Now, according to the Chief Minister, he has said that this is about empowering women, irrespective of caste, creed, religion. Chief Minister has added that the law has to be cleared by the President instead of the Governor. Remember, on 12th of May, Sarma had announced the formation of a 4-member expert committee headed by retired Justice Rumi Kumari Fukan. Meanwhile, opposition has been quick to jump and slam this. They are slamming the decision of the government and calling it diversionary and communal, especially at a time when there are already uniform civil code suggestions that are being received by the Law Commission. Could Assam be leading with one of the aspects of UCC that will not have polygamy likely?
আইন কৰাৰ অধিকাৰ ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰৰ আছে নে নাই সেই সাবজেক্টৰ ওপৰতে আমি কমিটিখন বনাই দিছিলোঁ আজি কমিটিখনে আমাক সৰ্বসন্মতিক্ৰমে ৰায় দিছে যে পলিগমিৰ ওপৰত আইন কৰাৰ অধিকাৰ ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰৰ আছে খালি তাত যেটো ফাইনেল সিগনেচাৰ যেটো এসেন্ট বুলি কয় হেতু ৰাজ্যপালৰ পৰা নহয় ৰাষ্ট্ৰপতিৰ পৰা ল'ব লাগিব whether we will do it in September or December or January, that is to be decided, but within this financial year this law will definitely come.
4 बार हम लोग बैठा है एक कमेटी बैठने का बाद एक हम लोग रिपोर्ट हम लोग प्रिपेयर किया है और रिपोर्ट प्रिपेयर करके आज हम लोग का रिपोर्ट चीफ मिनिस्टर का ऑफिस में हम लोग चीफ मिनिस्टर का हाथ में दे दिया अभी बाकी गवर्नमेंट का ड्यूटी गवर्नमेंट करेगा पॉलीगमी का ऊपर क्या करना है क्या करना नहीं तो ये सब गवर्नमेंट करेगा
So on one side of the hill state of Uttarakhand prepared a draft on the UCC, have submitted also, and now it is Assam that is bringing a law to ban polygamy while the UCC debate is on. So very interesting developments. Let's bring in India Today's Afrida Hussain to tell us the latest about what has led to Assam taking this decision. Afrida, this could be seen as controversial. It could be seen interfering, for example, with members of the Muslim community where there is this permission that is given. How is this becoming a political showdown? How is Himanta Biswa Sarma attempting to say this is not about a religion or a community, but this is about irrespective and is for women? Afrida.
Yeah, Assam government is very confident of taking a decision to ban polygamy in the state. And the expert committee has submitted its report to the Assam Chief Minister to enact a law to end polygamy in Assam. And as it said that it will happen in this financial year only. And on this polygamy in Assam, CM Himanta Biswa Sarma had constituted an expert committee to examine the legislative competence of the state legislature to enact a law to end polygamy. And the report which has been prepared has already been submitted to the CM yesterday. The expert committee, which was headed by the Justice Rumi Fukan as the chairman and the 3 members, Advocate General of Assam, Devajit Lonsaikia, Lanin Kohli, and Additional Advocate General of Assam, and Nikibut Jaman. So they have examined, as they say, that they have examined the legislative competence of the state legislature to enact polygamy in the polygamy. The committee has sat 4 times. And this report has been prepared and submitted into the Chief Minister.
But eventually, Afrida, of course, the state may want to enact it, but the President's approval, will that come from President Draupadi Murmu over this? That remains the big question. Thank you so much, Afrida Hussain, for reporting on what Himanta Biswa Sarma is attempting and which is possibly to bring the ban polygamy law. Will it get support from women, specifically like triple talaq ban had got, or could there be further objection to it? Thank you so much, Afrida, for now. Haryana's NU is slowly limping back to normalcy. The curfew is likely to be lifted today for about 4 hours. So that means if the curfew is being lifted, that there is a sign that the situation may actually be turning slowly back to normalcy. But there is bulldozer justice already that we can see on the streets of Haryana, specifically in NU, where some of not only illegal encroachments are being raised down, but a hotel from where stones were allegedly pelted from the hotel terrace. That hotel has faced bulldozer action. So bulldozer action amid, remember it's been controversial, but it's got support as well. And this time, this hotel that we had seen is being brought down. You're looking at some of the earlier visuals of violence that was seen on the streets, specifically in the Mewat region, from where first signs of violence were seen. Sushant Mehra joins me for the latest on that. सुशांत, होटल को रेज डाउन कर दिया गया है, कर्फ्यू उठाया जा रहा है, तो काफ़ी एक्शन लिए जा रहे हैं, पर क्या हम कह सकते हैं अभी कि नू या स्पेसिफिकली पार्ट्स ऑफ हरियाणा में नॉर्मलसी आ रही है धीरे धीरे?
देखिए, फिलहाल अभी अगर कहा जाए तो ये जल्दबाजी होगा, क्योंकि जिस तरीके के हालात नू में थे 31 जुलाई के बाद से, उसके बाद से अभी तक स्थिति जो है वो सामान्य करने की कोशिश जो है वो फिलहाल जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है उनकी तरफ से की जा रही है। कर्फ्यू अभी पूरी तरीके से इम्पोज है और अभी फिलहाल आज जो है वो अधिकारियों की बैठक होगी और उसके बाद देखा जाएगा कि क्या कर्फ्यू को पूरी तरीके से खत्म किया जाए या फिर छूट दे दी जाए कुछ टाइम तक के लिए, ताकि लोगों को राहत मिले। लेकिन बुलडोजर एक्शन जो है वो इस वक्त तेजी के साथ देखने को मिल रहा है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से 31 जुलाई को आसपास की कई ऊंची बिल्डिंग्स पर खड़े होकर के जो स्टोन पेल्टिंग हुई थी, उसको लेकर के सरकार एक्शन में है, हरियाणा सरकार, और जो आरोपी हैं उनके छतों पर और उनके घरों को जो है उन पर बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई जो है वो फिलहाल की जा रही है। इसके अलावा अगर बात की जाए तो हरियाणा सरकार की इस कार्रवाई को लेकर के जो ओवैसी हैं उनकी तरफ से भी एक्शन जो है वो आया है कि आखिरकार जिनके ऊपर आरोप लगाया जा रहा है उनको बोलने का मौका दिया जाए, उसके बाद बुलडोजर एक्शन कहीं किया जाता है तो वो माना जाए। लेकिन ऐसे में बिना जो मालिक है उनसे बातचीत करे, बिना सरकार इस तरीके से जो एक्शन ले रही है, वो सवाल के घेरे में कहीं ना कहीं हमारे जो ओवैसी है
Action remains controversial, got support, got objection, but for now it appears the good part about Haryana and specifically NU is that curfew will be lifted for 4 hours today. That means that the administration is willing to take a chance right now, looking at the situation on ground. Thank you so much, Sushant Mehra, for the latest on that. So after that tragic, terrible communal violence that we saw in NU and spread to the Gurugram district, now some action and initiatives are being taken. And one of those actions followed from Uttar Pradesh, now in Haryana, is the bulldozer action. Several illegal encroachments and establishments have been hit and have been brought down. For example, take a look at this. A hotel building from where stones were allegedly pelted from the terrace at a religious procession has been brought down, has been demolished. This is one of the bulldozer action taken. Curfew in Haryana's NU district was lifted for 4 hours on Sunday in an attempt to restore. It will continue to be relaxed today for a few hours, looking at the ground situation. Now, as per our sources, Intelligence Bureau had alerted the state police over the violence 4 days prior to the yatra that was supposed to be organized. Why wasn't then this intelligence input taken into consideration with at least heightened deployment of police? As far as investigation goes, Haryana police is now intensifying investigation amid the backlash it has received. Police is in contact with even Rajasthan government because Haryana, some districts border Rajasthan, specifically Mewat NU region. This after, on Saturday, there were 8 accused arrested from Rajasthan. Taking a dig at district's law and order situation, Congress has jumped in to attack BJP government at the state and the centre, alleging deliberate lack of security during the Jal Abhishek Yatra.
जब ये यात्रा हुई तो उसके पहले ये सुना है कि कोई 2, 4, 5 बड़े खतरनाक और बड़े सांप्रदायिक माहौल को बिगाड़ने वाले वीडियो सर्कुलेट हुए, कहा जाता है, जिस कारण से वहाँ उपद्रव हुआ। तो जब आपको मालूम है कि इस तरीके के वीडियो सर्कुलेट होंगे तो स्थानीय स्तर पर टेंशन तो हो सकती है। तो ये तो मैं नहीं मान सकता कि पुलिस वाले भी उसी समाज में रहते हैं, वहीं रहते हैं, उनके पास ये वीडियोस नहीं आए होंगे। धार्मिक कोई जगह एक ऐसी जगह से जा रहा है जो संवेदनशील है या जहाँ कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो वहाँ आपको पुख्ता इंतजाम करना चाहिए था।
अब तक 56 FIR रजिस्टर हो गया डिस्ट्रिक्ट नो में और 147 लोगों को हमने अरेस्ट कर दिया। इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारा चल रहा है, 4 टीम्स को बनाया, इन्वेस्टिगेशन तेजी गति में प्रोग्रेस चल रही है। अभी टेक्निकल एविडेंस में जोड़ा जाएगा, और इन्वेस्टिगेशन वगैरह आगे बढ़ता जाएगा, सब कुछ खुलासा हो जाएगा.
Now, on Haryana's incident, other channels may be telling you who said what. But on India Today, we bring you facts on the ground. Take a look at this investigation that we have managed to do to try and also expose the procedural lapses. What exactly happened that led to violence in Nuh and then had it spread even to other districts? Don't miss it. Take a look at the special report.
A battleground of flames. Just a short drive from the national capital. Pitched battles between two communities rocked Nuh in Haryana's Mewat region on Monday, reaching even the tech hub of Gurugram. An India Today investigation has delved into the causes behind this destructive frenzy. Our probe reveals how forewarnings about possible communal flare-ups were ignored. This is Vishwajit, the district inspector of the CID. Vishwajit is responsible for intelligence gathering across Nuh. When our investigative team met him in his office, Vishwajit claimed to have formally warned the local authorities about potential trouble during the VHP Yatra.
कल वाले जो रैली को लेकर कोई स्पेसिफिक इनपुट था आप लोगों की तरफ से?
स्पेसिफिक इनपुट था, भाई ये लोग यात्रा निकालेंगे तो इनका कानून होगा कहीं कहीं.
अच्छा, ये था.
अगर ये निकलेंगे गांव के बीच से, एक तलवार ले आएंगे, घुसा ले आएंगे.
तो क्या ये पहले से इनपुट आप लोगों ने नहीं दिया?
सरकार को सब दे चुके.
कितने दिन?
आपको पता ही टाइम हफ्ता 10 दिन पहले ही.
तो हफ्ता 10 दिन पहले दे दिया.
You heard that Nuh's CID gave its assessment of potential trouble during the VHP Yatra planned at Nuh on Monday. The district's CID inspector claimed the intel inputs he shared were not acted upon by law enforcement. A notorious cow vigilante linked to the Bajrang Dal, Monu Manesar, had earlier issued video messages about him participating in the Yatra. Police did not let him attend the event on Monday. In March, India Today exposed widespread extortion rackets of Gaurakshaks in Haryana. According to Nuh's CID chief, the activities of Gaurakshak squads had already infuriated residents of Nuh.
ब्रीफ करने में उनको हैंडल करने में जो शुरुआती दौर में 60-70 जो भी हुए, वो कहीं कहीं अधिकारियों ने सोचा भाई चलो ये मान जाएंगे, खदेड़ देंगे, उसमें ये नॉर्मल ये ले लिया उनको. हाँ, एक नॉर्मल से नहीं आया, समझा देंगे यार, वो आ भी नहीं रहा था. लेकिन वो मानने वाले कहाँ थे? वो मोटरसाइकिल और फोन कर दिए, भाई किसी ने अफवाह फैला दी, वो आ लिया मंदिर पर और यात्रा चलने वाली है.
अच्छा.
तो हम यात्रा रोकेंगे, उनका मकसद उस रास्ते को रोक करना था.
अच्छा.
जो मोड़ है जिससे जानी थी.
कितने टाइम लगा था बिल्डअप होने में चीज़ों को? मतलब कल
बिल्कुल लगा था 1 घंटे का. तो मोटरसाइकिल और फोन कर दिए,
कौन?
ये जो यहाँ के लोकल है ना.
अच्छा.
और वो बच्चे लगभग 17 साल से 21-22 साल की एज ग्रुप के थे.
अच्छा.
उनमें बड़ा मैच्योर था नहीं.
Kishan Kumar, the SHO of the police station under whose jurisdiction the unrest unfolded. When probed, he claimed he received no intel from his superiors about any potential trouble from the yatra.
करीब 100 थे, मतलब 100 भी पूरे नहीं थे. और इतना बड़ा प्रोसेशन निकल रहा है, इतना बड़ा इंतजाम होना चाहिए था. CID वालों ने कोई पेपर चिट्ठी पत्री तो भेजी होगी आप लोग? CID मेरे पास कोई आपके पास पत्र चिट्ठी नहीं है. कोई ये भी तो आया होगा कि भाई इतने लोग इकट्ठे हो सकते हैं, आप लोगों का ये आपका इंतज़ाम, कोई इंतज़ाम के बारे में? मेरे लेवल पर कोई बात नहीं. आपके लेवल पर इंतज़ाम का भी नहीं बताया? अगर ये होता भाई इतना पता लग जाता है ये ऐसा हो जाएगा तो यात्रा नहीं रुक जाती. यात्रा पूरी इमरजेंसी क्या होती तो ऊपर लेवल पे अपने तो बोले भाई अपने सेम थोड़ा ध्यान रखना.
You heard Nu Sadar's SHO admitting that police at his level received no warnings beforehand. Scars of yet another devastating turmoil. A grim reminder of how intel oversight, inadequate law enforcement, social media manipulation can converge into a storm of violence. A report by Mohammad Hizbullah and Nitin Jain for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
I'm heading to a very short commercial break, but when I return, I get you some sports news, and it's not looking good for India. India is trailing with West Indies 2-0. Hosts are 2-0 ahead in the 5-match series. Men in blue are on the verge of a defeat.
You saw the clothes, you saw the celebrities, you saw the jewelry. Time now for you to see footwear fashion and how to keep it dramatic this season. Here's a look.
When it comes to footwear, a lot of drama is now making way. For instance, Freddie Mercury makes a comeback with Theatre XYZ heels.
Harrison, Dark Horse, and this is the Theatre XYZ one. My favorite pick from their drama collection. It's got the boss-like appeal to it as well.
Even the Harrison Cloud9 from the collection is now gender fluid and mainstream. Not just that, boots for all weather are here and they look chic.
I'm a sucker for color this monsoon, and the monsoon footwear these days are coming in different colors and different patterns. I'm just loving every bit of it.
Right from bubblegum smelling sandals to jelly shoes in all shapes and sizes and colors, monsoon shoes are sure having a moment. And if you have the courage to wear something different, try out these jelly ones from Melissa that are available in every color for different moods. And if you are the classy, safe type, your footwear can still have a lot of drama. These picks from OCD, especially the tap dancing Rebeccas or the dramatic Julies, come in with elegance in its own dramatic twist.
It's a beautiful artisanal work of craftsmanship made by artisans of India. And just look at the kind of drama it is adding to my foot.
While this season is all about adding drama, remember, wearing a story on your feet is all the 2023 footwear fashion is all about. In New Delhi, Chaiti Narula for India Today.
India are trailing West Indies 2-0 in the 5-match T20 International Series. Hardik Pandya's team failed to put up a good total after winning the toss, and as a result, men in blue are staring at a series defeat against Windies. Yuzvendra Chahal did well to bring India back, but the hosts managed to still cross the line. Take a look at some of the highlights of the match.
India won the toss and opted to bat first. The openers unleashed a couple of big hits, but much like the first T20I, Shubman Gill lost his wicket early.
Not exactly where he wanted it. Field on it. Shimron Hetmyer completes the catch.
Minutes later, Suryakumar Yadav joined him in the dugout, losing his wicket in the most unfortunate manner.
They're confident.
Tilak Verma continued where he left off in the first T20I, giving India some much-needed breathing room.
Tremendous.
But wickets continued to fall at the other end. For the second straight match, Sanju Samson failed to make the most of the opportunity. Tilak Verma was the lone Indian batter who played well to the conditions and reached his maiden T20I 50. The hosts, however, got another opportunity to stop the run flow when Tilak Verma was dismissed by Akil Hussain. Hardik Pandya played well for his 24 of 18 but lost his wicket just when India needed him to switch gears. India had lost momentum, but the tailenders scored a couple of vital boundaries in the last over and the visitors finished with 152.
Defense of their 152.
Captain Pandya decided to open the bowling for India and gave India a dream start. Brandon King and Johnson Charles were dismissed in the very first over.
Pandya is having a sensational first over.
Nicholas Pooran and Kyle Mayers steadied the ship for the hosts and took the attack to the Indian bowlers.
This one he connects.
Arshdeep Singh bowled a superb knuckle ball to deceive Mayers, and with that, the Windies lost their third wicket.
They'll consider reviewing.
But despite the fall of wickets, the momentum did not drop for the hosts, and Nicholas Pooran was the key for that to happen. He dispatched the ball to different corners and gave West Indies the edge. India needed Pooran's wicket, and it was Mukesh Kumar who got it for the visitors.
Absolutely smashed it.
Although West Indies had done enough to be in the driving seat, but they found a way to complicate things. India came back into the match as 3 wickets fell in a Yuzi Chahal over.
Maybe just short.
However, despite the late drama, the Windies found a way to eke out a win and have now gone 2-0 up in the series. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Wedding bells in the cricket fraternity. Indian domestic cricket star Sarfaraz Ahmed recently tied the knot in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir in a quiet private ceremony. Sarfaraz's wife is Rumana Zahoor, and the two of them met when she went to Delhi to see a match in which Sarfaraz was playing. And as it turns out, Sarfaraz was friends with one of Rumana's sisters, and the two of them met through her. It was, as we are told, love at first sight for the batsman from Mumbai. And just about a month after they met, their wedding was fixed. Both their families are happy, of course, with the match. And Sarfaraz elated over how he received a welcome in the wife's hometown, saying he enjoyed the hospitality that was shown to him. Here's best wishes coming in from India today to Sarfaraz and Rumana. Wrapping up first up for now, but stay tuned. Big political stories, especially coming in from the Parliament after a very short break. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Thank you.
Very few people in the country have access to the Couture Week, and hence through our medium we're going to get you what really happened at the Couture Week. Let's first begin with the opening showcase of Falguni and Shane Peacock. Let's bring you a roundup of the beautiful showcase by Tarun Tahiliani and a gorgeous one while added by JJ Valaya as well. Here's a look.
Designer Tarun Tahiliani presented his latest masterpiece capsule, For Eternity, at India Couture Week. With For Eternity, Tarun paid homage to the timeless allure of traditional craftsmanship and art.
India's, as we've discussed before, a fashion tradition. This is a new Western interpretation where we are blending our craft with the Western idea of changing fashion and a modern fit and size-specific fit. It's taken me a long time to navigate myself back through a very organic but real process of what make me feel better, you know. I grew up, I thought Studio 54 was the last one.
Falguni and Shane Peacock's show had a strong social commentary. they shattered the glass ceiling with model Victor in a lehenga. So anyone now calling the lehenga bridal should now think twice, as inclusivity is the order of the day. Falguni and Shane Peacock opened the Couture Week and had Kiara Advani as the showstopper.
This year we wanted to do a lot of layering. If you noticed, we had a kurta and then we had a short jacket and we had a veil and we had dupattas. We just wanted to make it really dramatic and I think
also we wanted to reinvent the Indian bridal scene actually. The modern bride wants to wear a jacket, they want to wear short jackets, they want to look cool.
I guess inspiration that comes behind every garment, a lot of detailing, just makes it look so elegant and yet so glamorous.
The House of Vilaya by J.J. Vilaya celebrated the couture season in its new collection, Baroda. It was a marriage of craft and opulence that unfolded through 3 signature interpretations.
It is based on various very interesting nuances from the past of Gujarat, which involve the Maratha Empire, the Mughal Empire, as well as the Portuguese. Lipan, the Kutch mirror work, everything put together to create a new sort of language and a new dialogue.
In New Delhi, with Riya Modi, Shaithi Narula for India Today.
So sorry. नमस्ते टमाटर प्रेमियों, 104.8 इश्क एफएम पर आपको चखाना चाहता हूँ आजकल का टमाटरी गीत। ये
Shake your body, girl.
हो ग्रेवी, बिरयानी, हो चटनी, पाव भाजी, सदमे में अम्मी और अब्बा, 1 किलो टमाटर, 200 का था बिल, बजट हिला मेरा रब्बा। टमाटर कैसे लोगे? 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर। टमाटर कैसे लोगे? 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर। किलो में ना निकले एक भी ढंग का, मम्मी का दिमाग था सन का। टमाटर जो ना मैं छांट के लाया, मम्मी लगा देगी लंका। टमाटर वाला एक नहीं आ रहा, ऑनलाइन भी चेक कर चुका मैं। मोहल्ले की सारी रेडी पूछ पूछ के मर चुका मैं। नहीं जरूरत बर्गर में टमाटर की, सलाद बन रही खीरा प्याज और गाजर की। एक टमाटर से पूरा दिन तुम चलाओ, 1 हो गई सिस्टर और अम्मा। टमाटर कैसे लोगे? 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर।
जना स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक, जमा करो जना करो। गैलेक्सी Z Flip 5।
Good morning and welcome. Thank you for tuning into India Today Television. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines at the top of 9 a.m. The big story coming in from the Parliament today. Delhi Services Bill set to be moved by Home Minister Amit Shah in the Rajya Sabha today. Will the Aam Aadmi Party MPs and India bloc create fireworks? Will they be able to oppose the bill? All eyes will also be on the Lok Sabha today. Rahul Gandhi eyeing a return. Congress is claiming there is a deliberate delay in Rahul Gandhi's return and to ensure that he's reinstated. BJP hits back, says Rahul Gandhi is still on thin ice. Northeastern state of Assam is set to bring a banned polygamy law. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the chief minister, says this is empowerment of women. Opposition jumps in, calls this move communal and diversionary. A furious BSP-BJP verbal spat on stage over Bharat Mata Ki Jai sloganeering and more. BJP neta Vijay Vargiya then goes on to even threaten more, says ready to kill anyone who gives and Gill from the anti-Bharat brigade. And look at these incredible visuals of your screen, the closest view to the moon and the lunar surface. That is Chandrayaan successfully entering into the lunar orbit. The Indian Space Research Organization has put out these first images of the moon as viewed by our Chandrayaan-3. You may have seen all sorts of fights on the ground, but on sea, what does it look like specifically when two countries are at war of words? Look at these visuals on your screen. It's a dramatic fight in sea that was caught on camera. This is China versus Philippines Coast Guard vessels engaging in literally what can be seen in more than a war of words. Water cannons was used. What happened? The Chinese vessel was using a water cannon, accusing Philippines vessel of trespassing. So you see from the China's vessel, the Coast Guard are using a water cannon into the water that is clearly going to disturb the route and the flow for the Philippines water vessel, and it is the Coast Guard of both China and Philippines alleging and getting into an issue of the border areas, the trespassing, remember, in water, to decide what precisely is the location for you to stop so that other countries' jurisdiction begins. This is China versus Philippines, and with China's vessel Coast Guards throwing and using water cannon against Philippines. Never seen such a scenario right now. Remember, specifically when on sea there is this jurisdiction that is with any country, but to decide on it, which clearly will not be easy. This is China and also Philippines getting into this fight over water cannons. Let's go across to our managing editor Gaurav Sawant for the latest on that. Gaurav, this is unprecedented. I've never seen anything like it, where two countries Coast Guard, there may be war of words, but this is beyond it. What should one make of it? What exactly happened?
Pooja, China stands accused of bullying tactics in the South China Sea. China has resorted to these bullying tactics in these waters that China illegally claims is its territory, which it isn't. Now, these are waters that are heavily contested between multiple countries. China is building, artificial islands. China is putting a lot of naval assets in these waters, whether it's with Philippines or with Vietnam or with Brunei. China has a number of disputes in the South and East China Sea. In the current instance, Philippines, which fiercely guards its territorial integrity, its Coast Guard ship was bullied by the Chinese Coast Guard vessel, and Philippines has released these images. Now, the Philippines calls this the Ayungin Shoal, and this is a submerged reef. Philippines actually guards it only with a handful of troops on board a rusty World War II era US ship, which was grounded in 1999. And this is a fierce battle. Remember, China tried the same bullying tactics at Galwan. China tried the same bullying tactics in eastern Ladakh with India and was pushed back. There were casualties on both sides. Similarly, China is trying these tactics, whether with Taiwan or with Philippines or with Vietnam or with Brunei. And several countries are actually coming together to counter Chinese bullying tactics, whether in the Himalayas or in the South and East China Sea.
Thank you so much, Gaurav, for this perspective. Gaurav correctly pointing out how the South China Sea has been a bone of contention, specifically between Manila and Beijing. But here, look at how the Chinese Coast Guard ship is firing water cannons. Remember, this is a dangerous maneuver at the ship for Philippines. Add a water at a time like this, it could have actually posed more trouble. This is, as Gaurav mentioning, a way of bullying as well. And Philippines, remember, is not as strong as China, and therefore this attempt to push them away. Thank you so much, Gaurav Sawant, for the latest on that.
Speed, sir, 0.7, not sir, 0.8, not sir.
The Congress party will eye the return of their Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi in the Lok Sabha today, but will it happen as soon as they would like? What is the Congress game plan then to push for the reinstatement of their Neta Rahul Gandhi? Now, we are being told by our sources that they also don't want to jump and create a ruckus within the Parliament premises. So the Congress party will, at least till afternoon, would like to wait and watch. It's Monday. Remember, the weekend is when the Parliament is shut. So therefore, today, there will be strategies put in place. What does that mean? Mallikarjun Kharge, the party leader, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, also both are senior leaders in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha of the Congress party. They are reaching out to allies and speaker so that there can be a consensus for his return. But India parties will be meeting for Rahul Gandhi's reinstatement. Remember, there are two crucial bills today for the Parliament. One is the Data Protection Bill, another is the Delhi Services Bill. Congress says this is to divert opposition focus because they don't want to have Rahul Gandhi back. Congress may actually move the court as well if the delay is too long. Let's go across to Rahul Gautam, who is telling us all the perspective on that. He's been tracking the information coming in from the opposition camp. Will the wait and watch approach really work for the Congress party, Rahul? Because at this point, shouldn't they be all guns blazing? Why would they want to take a few hours and see how this goes?
But Congress party, is alleging that the manner in which Rahul Gandhi was disqualified from the Lok Sabha, the same urgency is now not being shown by the Treasury ranks, and in fact they are saying that this is nothing but an attempt on the part of the government to keep Rahul Gandhi away from Lok Sabha, and therefore they have adopted this policy. What we are learning from our sources that that Congress party and opposition camp will wait till noon, for a response from the government side, and if there is no positive response from the government side, then they might move to Supreme Court. Remember, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, in fact, he also says that the legal options are always available. And as Mohammad Faisal, we all know, who was a Lok Sabha MP of LCP. In fact, he was also disqualified later on. He was reinstated after the intervention of the Supreme Court. Well, at this point of time, Congress party is also exploring all possible angles, but at this point of time, they are waiting for Speaker to respond to their request. And in fact, around 10:30, this is what learning from our sources. Congress Lok Sabha MPs are going to deliberate a strategy as to how they're going to approach this. You can expect that this is certainly going to lead to fireworks.
10:30 a.m. There's likely to be a meeting of the opposition. Very interesting. Rahul, thank you very much for now. But that means that the Congress party is keeping legal options also ready in case there's a delay in reinstating Rahul Gandhi. And many, and specifically within the opposition, are saying he was disqualified so soon. Why can't he be reinstated fast as well? It will be a big moment, remember, when Rahul Gandhi returns to the parliament. Will he return more defiant and stronger than before? Rahul Gandhi will want to return to the Lok Sabha very soon. Remember, he's elected from Wayanad in Kerala as a member of parliament in the Lok Sabha. But for now, there is going to be a wait and watch policy by the Congress party to see what precisely is the step. They will, of course, be pushing for it within the parliament. Congress leaders' conviction, remember, in the Modi surname case was stayed by the top court. Lok Sabha Secretariat will now examine papers submitted by the Congress party. The Congress, of course, seeking a reinstatement. The Lok Sabha Secretariat is expected to weigh all provisions before they restore Rahul Gandhi's membership. The Congress has been quick to accuse the government of dragging its feet over this issue and pointing to a deliberate delay of reinstating, even though the disqualification was instantaneous. The Lok Sabha Secretariat remained closed on weekend, so India bloc parties will now want a restoration today itself as the week begins. Listen in to the reactions coming in specifically from what the Congress party leaders have to say and also from the BJP.
The speed at which Honorable Speaker reacted on the disqualification of Rahul ji, the same speed he should have acted, by this time Rahul ji's membership would have been reinstated. But he has not acted. Our leader, floor opposition leader, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji, has wrote to Honorable Speaker, and we all hope that Honorable Speaker will reinstate Rahul Gandhi ji's disqualification.
जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट, देश का सबसे बड़ी अदालत ने जब राहुल गांधी जी के निर्णय, सूरत के निर्णय के, अदालत के निर्णय पर रोक लगाई, उसके 26 घंटे क्या 40 घंटे बीत चुके हैं, अभी तक राहुल गांधी जी की लोकसभा की सदस्यता को बहाल क्यों नहीं किया गया? मोदी जी, क्या आप नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पर राहुल गांधी जी के सवालों से इतना भयभीत हो चुके हैं?
भाई उनकी सदस्यता कोर्ट ने खारिज की थी, जिसको सजा मिला 2 साल का। 2 साल की सजा होते ही आपकी कोई सदस्यता चली जाएगी? बीजेपी के भी कई लोगों की गई है। अगर कोर्ट अपना फैसला बदलता है तो सजा भी बहाल हो जाएगी। अब अभी जो राहुल गांधी जी की सजा पे रोक लगी है, तो सजा पे रोक है या सजा माफ कर दी गई है, इसकी क्लियरिटी आते ही हो जाएगा। इसमें कोई रोल नहीं है। ये पूरी कहानी राहुल गांधी जी से शुरू होती है और राहुल गांधी जी पे खत्म होती है।
पूरा देश ये जानता है कि राहुल गांधी देश के खिलाफ विदेश की धरती पर हमेशा बोलते रहते हैं, और राहुल गांधी जी की सदस्यता देश के कानून के मुताबिक गई है, न्यायालय के आदेशों के बाद गई है।
The opposition parties and specifically the Aam Aadmi Party are ready with a game plan with regard to Delhi Services Bill. Remember, that's going to be the most crucial bill today in the Rajya Sabha. It's been cleared in the Lok Sabha. In the Rajya Sabha, the India bloc and specifically the Aam Aadmi Party will at least want to challenge it strongly, even though eventually NDA has a stronger number. We are being told that ailing former Jharkhand Chief Minister Shibu Soren will also likely vote. Outnumbered opposition will go all out to at least ensure that they put up a strong challenge. The NDA, remember, has the numbers. Each vote counts for opposition. Can there be cross-voting at all? Can there be perhaps a margin that even the NDA or the opposition did not expect? Let's go on the ground. What is the strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party? It has 10 members of parliament in the upper house and will want support of the rest of the opposition as well. My colleague Amit Bhardwaj is currently getting us a top reaction from Aam Aadmi Party's Member of Parliament in the Rajya Sabha, Sushil Kumar Gupta, one of the senior faces. Amit, go ahead. What is the Aam Aadmi Party going to do? They don't have enough numbers. How will they challenge the NDA? Go ahead.
Absolutely right, Pooja. This is the litmus test day for the India bloc MPs as well as Aam Aadmi Party, and let's take this across to the man who is responsible for the floor management for Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Sushil Kumar Gupta, the Chief Whip. Sir, नंबर्स आपके पास नहीं है। लोकसभा में ये बिल पास हो गया, आप लोगों ने प्रोटेस्ट किया, सवाल उठाया, बिल पास हुआ। राज्यसभा में आएगा, सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि विपक्ष के पास नंबर्स नहीं है दिल्ली सर्विसेज बिल को रोकने के लिए।
देखिए, दिल्ली सर्विसेज बिल एक काला बिल है और उसके खिलाफ पूरा विपक्षी एकजुटता के साथ लड़ाई लड़ रहा है। सरकार को एक्सपोज किया जाएगा, किस प्रकार ये बाबा साहब का नीला रंग है ना, इसको आज मैं जानबूझ के पहन के आया हूं कि किस प्रकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस संविधान को तार तार कर देना चाहती है, किस प्रकार संघीय ढांचे पे प्रहार कर रही है, चुनी सरकारों की ताकतें कम कर रही है। इस एक्सपेरिमेंट को दिल्ली से शुरू करके पूरे देश के अंदर ले जाना चाहते हैं। एक तरीके से क्षेत्रीय दल, गैर भाजपा सरकारों की ताकत को कम करना इस बिल के पीछे उद्देश्य।
लेकिन गुप्ता जी, आंकड़े क्या हैं आपके फेवर में, इंडिया ब्लॉक के फेवर में, आम आदमी पार्टी के फेवर में, दिल्ली सर्विसेज बिल के खिलाफ आंकड़े क्या हैं?
दिल्ली सर्विसेज बिल के खिलाफ आंकड़े हमारे पास पूरे थे, इसके अंदर कोई दो राय नहीं है, परंतु एक दो दलों के ऊपर कहीं न कहीं दबाव पड़ा है। क्या दबाव पड़ा है, क्या उसके अंदर उनको परेशानियां हुई हैं, ये तो बेहतर वो बता सकते हैं। परंतु आज भी मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो आत्मा की आवाज पे वोट देंगे तो इस बिल के विरुद्ध के अंदर वोट आएंगे और ये बिल राज्यसभा में हार सकता है।
तो आप इशारे कर रहे हैं कि बीजेडी, वाईएससीपी और टीडीपी जैसे दल आपकी तरफ आने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं एक तरह से मन बनाए हुए थे, लेकिन वो आखिरी मोमेंट में गेम चेंज हुआ है।
बिल्कुल, वो हमारे साथ ही थे, परंतु ऐसा लगता है कि कहीं न कहीं जो दबाव की राजनीति भारतीय जनता पार्टी खेलती है, वो किस तरीके का दबाव पड़ा है, क्या दबाव पड़ा है, क्या मजबूरी हुई है, दे में टेल बेटर, बट आत्मा उनकी इस बिल के विरुद्ध है।
ठीक है सर, ये भी खबरें आ रही हैं सूत्रों के हवाले से, इंडिया टुडे को कंफर्मेशन मिला है कि शिबू सोरेन जिनकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, हो सकता है वो भी संसद के अंदर आए, सदन के अंदर आए और इस बिल के खिलाफ वोट करें। तो और भी कुछ इस तरह से मेंबर्स हैं?
डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी भी मुझे उम्मीद है कि वो आएंगे। सभी जो लोकतंत्र इस देश के अंदर चाहते हैं, जो सभी देश में संविधान की गरिमा को चाहते हैं, वो किसी भी स्थिति के अंदर है, वो संसद में आएंगे और इस बिल के खिलाफ वोट करेंगे।
ठीक है, दो और सवाल सर, फ्लोर मैनेजमेंट कैसा होगा? कितने घंटे की चर्चा आप लोग उम्मीद कर रहे हैं इस पूरे मसले के ऊपर, इस बिल को वोटिंग पे जाए उसके पहले?
हमने 6 घंटे की चर्चा की इस पे मांग की थी और आज ये तय हो जाएगा और मुझे उम्मीद है कि 6 घंटे की इस पे चर्चा होगी और विस्तृत चर्चा होगी। हर दल अपने अपने इस बिल के विरुद्ध के अंदर विचार रखेंगे और सरकार अपने विचार रखेगी।
डिवीजन की मांग कर रहे हैं आप लोग?
डिवीजन होगा 100% और वोटिंग होगी।
Okay. So Pooja, you just heard about the strategy of Aam Aadmi Party, the flow strategy, the discussion. They had demanded 6 hours of discussion over the issue, as well as Mr. Sushil Kumar Gupta also indicating that not only Shibu Soren, there's a possibility, or they would want the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to be in the House as well today. We'll have to see as to how.
Amit, I will say that opposition is being very hopeful as well when they say 6 hours of discussion in the Rajya Sabha today of the Delhi Services Bill. Will that really happen? Will it be an easy sail for the NDA with the vote as well? That remains to be seen. But Rajya Sabha, unlike Lok Sabha, at least is where opposition will be able to give some strong opposition. That was the first reaction coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party's Member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha, Sushil Gupta, saying 6 hours of discussion, we are ready and we will be voting and ensuring there is division of the bench on that. All right, so let's move on. Remember, because Delhi Services Bill is going to be the highlight of today, specifically after it got a very easy sail through for the NDA in the Lok Sabha. It was Union Home Minister Amit Shah now set to move the bill in the upper house today. Aam Aadmi Party has issued a 3-line whip to its Rajya Sabha members. AAP has 10 members in the Rajya Sabha. All of them have been asked to present in the House on 7th and 8th of August. Not only that, Congress Party, which has extended support to Delhi government in battle against centre, has also issued a whip for its own members of parliament of the Congress Party. Now, the central government did not face any hurdle in the Lok Sabha. Chief Minister Kejriwal therefore looks to be losing control over the services in Delhi. The government has clear majority in the upper house as well. There could be opposition strongly coming in. But interesting how Delhi will now be, remember, if mainly the services will eventually stand with LG, with the centre, more than the elected government.
दिल्ली के अधिकारों को जबरदस्ती छीनने के लिए केंद्र सरकार जो बिल राज्यसभा में लेकर के आ रही है, सबको इंतजार है। सभी पार्टियां मिल करके एकजुट होकर के कल राज्यसभा के अंदर इस बिल का विरोध करेंगी और इस लोकतंत्र की रक्षा के लिए अपनी आवाज को बुलंद करेंगे।
क्या दिल की धड़कनें तेज हो गई हैं क्योंकि अब परीक्षा देनी है आपको?
निश्चित रूप से ये हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण है, दिल्ली के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। तो हम बड़ी उम्मीद के साथ देख रहे हैं कि आज सदन में, संसद में कुछ अच्छा होगा दिल्ली की जनता के लिए। बाकी जो होगा ऊपर वाला निर्धारित करेगा।
जाहिर है क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी के 10 राज्यसभा सांसद हैं, लेकिन एक सस्पेंड हो चुके हैं, तो अब उनकी संख्या 9 हो गई है राज्यसभा में। लेकिन आपके साथ है इंडिया, विपक्षी गठबंधन। कितनी उम्मीदें हैं कि ये जो बिल है आप इसे राज्यसभा में गिरा पाएंगे और इसके लिए तैयारी क्या है आम आदमी पार्टी की?
मुझे लगता है कि राज्यसभा में आज इस पर काफी कड़ा मुकाबला रहेगा, नंबर के परिप्रेक्ष्य में भी और बहस के परिप्रेक्ष्य में भी। आज नंबर में भी उन्हें उतनी आसानी नहीं होगी जितना लोकसभा में केक वॉक था इनके लिए, और बहस के माध्यम से भी आज देश के सामने, जनता के सामने भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो दिल्ली की जनता के पीठ पे छुरा घोंपा है वो सारा स्पष्ट करेंगे।
Number is going to be after the bill is going to be introduced and decisions or discussion is going to take place. How people are going to react, you have to wait and see. And we all hope that India Alliance is united, and we in the Lok Sabha we were united, and Rajya Sabha also we will be united, and we will be trying to defeat the bill.
ये संविधान पर एक
खतरनाक प्रहार है। यहाँ केंद्र प्रदेश को निगल लेना चाहता है, उसके अधिकार विहीन कर देना चाहता है। इस फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर को बचाने के लिए, संविधान को बचाने के लिए हम कल पूरी ताकत से इसका विरोध करेंगे।
बार बार अरविंद केजरीवाल का ये कहना कि मुझे ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग का अधिकार देना चाहिए, तो दिल्ली की जनता को दिखाना चाहते हैं कि मैं कोई काम इसलिए नहीं कर पा रहा क्योंकि मेरे पास अधिकार नहीं है। राष्ट्रीय राजधानी वर्ल्ड में जितनी भी कैपिटल्स हैं, उनके जो भी अधिकार होते हैं वहाँ के केंद्र सरकार के पास होते हैं। इसलिए बार बार वो दिल्ली के सारे राज्य के अधिकार मांगते हैं। तो ये हमारे मुख्यमंत्री साहब को भी पता है कि ये उनकी मांग बिल्कुल ही नाजायज है।
The data protection bill that is set to be moved today in the Rajya Sabha has now faced opposition from the India bloc opposition netas. Now the opposition leaders are saying defer it for another day as the data protection bill is set to be now brought in, but the demand of the opposition is refer this new bill to the Parliament committee. The opposition is saying take views of those who believe in democracy. These India bloc members of Parliament have said, and I'm quoting them there, can we expect serious action? So basically, the data protection bill that has raised questions has been controversial. But for now, the India opposition MPs are saying that refer this to the Parliament committee. Take views of those who believe in democracy. That's a big statement coming in from the India opposition. Let's go across to Rahul Gautam, tracking the latest from the Parliament. Rahul, what is their problem? What is the objection do they have to the data protection bill? Because apart from the Delhi services bill, that's the big bill set to be moved today in the Rajya Sabha.
Well, primarily, there are two objections that are being put forward by opposition bloc. First of all, they are saying that the data protection bill severely compromises the data privacy of an ordinary Indian citizen, and therefore it should be sent back to parliamentary committee, where it should be discussed, accordingly amended, and then should come back to Lok Sabha. A second thing that they are saying that this is nothing but a diversionary tactic on the part of the government to table or to introduce this bill at a time when entire opposition is agitated because of the fact that Rahul Gandhi is not reinstated as a member of parliament, despite the fact that there has been an unfavorable order, and it has been already 48 hours. So clearly, opposition bloc, you can expect that they're going to, create a ruckus. They're going to oppose this bill at a time when it will be tabled in Lok Sabha. Also, we must understand that several members of parliament from the opposition bloc are saying that this bill actually gives utmost and absolute power to the government to look into the data of an ordinary citizen and actually compromise the safety and security of data of an ordinary citizen. Therefore, it should be sent back to parliamentary committee. It should be discussed thoroughly, should be amended accordingly, and then it should come back to Lok Sabha. So you can expect that this is
Rahul, keep tracking the latest, because apart from the Delhi services bill that is said to be full of fireworks, apart from Rahul Gandhi's reinstatement, this is the third big issue that the data protection bill will face further opposition from the opposition members of parliament. Thank you so much, Rahul Gautam. All right, time for a quick commercial break. From national capital Delhi, I'll be taking you to the northeastern state of Assam, because that's going to be where a big development is set to take place via a law. Himanta Biswa Sarma has said he's set to now introduce a law which will ban polygamy. Himanta Biswa Sarma says this is about empowerment of women, that one man cannot marry more than one woman. Opposition has called this move communal and diversionary. We get to that big story. What could that mean amid the UCC debate already on? After a very short break.
Communal flashpoint at Delhi's doorstep. Amidst the flames and rioting, India Today reporters fearless on the ground.
Stone pelting was so aggressive from the both sides.
Entire market in the area has been shut right now. Attacked the cyber police station of Noor.
Facts, questions,
What resulted in the communal clashes?
and first-hand reports. 100% accuracy amidst the blaze. We track the face of every story. India Today. India United.
UNESCO has recommended Venice to be added under World Heritage in Danger list ahead of its 45th meet that is to be held in September. Climate change and over-tourism are some major issues for which Venice has been recommended under the danger list. Take a look.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization has recommended that one of the most popular and fragile tourist destinations of Italy, Venice, be added to its list of World Heritage in Danger, a designation that is given when a vulnerable heritage site is in need of support. The recommendation to put Venice on the World Heritage in Danger list was made by UNESCO and its advisory body experts ahead of the 45th session of the agency's World Heritage Committee meet, which will be held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in September this year. Mass tourism, development projects and climate change are some major reasons behind UNESCO's recommendation to put Venice under the danger list. According to the organization, these issues are causing deterioration and damage to the building structures and to the urban areas, degrading the cultural and social identity of the property and threatening the integrity to its cultural, environmental, landscape attributes and values. UNESCO has asked the Italian government to ensure that utmost attention is given to Venice and its long-standing problems should be addressed that have been causing damage to the city. Over-tourism in Venice has been a serious issue. Venice is one of the places that is currently designated as a World Heritage Site because of its outstanding universal value, cultural and natural offerings. With Neha Kumari, Bureau Report, India Today.
As the Lok Sabha polls approach near, political showdown between opposition BJP is escalating. Prime Minister Modi took a jibe with the opposition alliance, recalling that Mahatma Gandhi's Quit India movement was launched on 9th August. The Prime Minister said similarly the country wants dynasty, corruption and appeasement to quit India. Meanwhile, the opposition has slammed the Prime Minister Modi's remarks and called it a diversion from real issues like Manipur, Haryana, violence and inflation.
साथियों, 7 तारीख के एक दिन बाद 9 अगस्त आ रही है। 9 अगस्त वो तारीख है जब ऐतिहासिक क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट की शुरुआत हुई थी। महात्मा गांधी ने मंत्र दिया था और क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट ने स्वतंत्रता की तरफ भारत के कदमों में नई ऊर्जा पैदा कर दी थी। इसी से प्रेरित होकर आज पूरा देश हर बुराई के लिए कह रहा है क्विट इंडिया। चारों तरफ एक ही गूंज है, करप्शन, क्विट इंडिया, यानी भ्रष्टाचार, इंडिया छोड़ो, डायनेस्टी, क्विट इंडिया, यानी परिवारवाद, इंडिया छोड़ो, अपीजमेंट, क्विट इंडिया, यानी तुष्टीकरण, इंडिया छोड़ो।
पूरे हिंदुस्तान ने और पूरे देश ने, पूरी इंडिया ने ये तय किया है कि इस बार 2024 में सिर्फ इंडिया को अपनाएंगे और इंडिया को ही जिताएंगे। इंडिया का मतलब है कि इंडिया जब होगी तो देश के अंदर में बेरोजगारी दूर होगी, महंगाई दूर होगी, यहाँ पे किसानों के सम्मान की बात होगी, महिलाओं के सम्मान की बात होगी। ये इंडिया है और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है इस इंडिया को पूरा हिंदुस्तान अपनाएगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जाहिर सी बात है कि इंडिया से डर लगने लगा है, तभी इंडिया की बातें इतनी करते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया की बात न करके अगर मणिपुर पे बोलते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता, अगर वो हरियाणा की जो घटनाएं हुई उस पर चर्चा करते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता, टमाटर इतना महंगा इस पे बोल देते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता।
प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड भ्रष्टाचार भारत छोड़ो, तुष्टीकरण भारत छोड़ो, वोट बैंक की राजनीति भारत छोड़ो। तो व्हाई इज इट द ऑपोजिशन इज टेकिंग इट पर्सनली? ही हैज नॉट नेम्ड द ऑपोजिशन. That means the opposition knows that they represent Bhrashtachar, they represent Tushtikarana, they represent Parivarwad. Therefore, they are taking it personally.
A bizarre comment coming in a surcharged atmosphere of Haryana, and this comment coming in from the BJP councillor. A shocking comment, no less. The BJP councillor's remark has sparked a controversy. This is a councillor for Gurugram, and his remark is on boycott Muslims. That's a shocking comment that's coming in from the BJP councillor, and he said that the members of the Hindu community should not give rent to the houses to the members of the Muslim community. This is after the communal violence that had broken out in Nu to begin with, where a procession, a religious procession taken out by the VHP was pelted stones at. There was firing also involved and had led to further charged atmosphere between two communities. And now BJP councillor says, do not give rent to members of the Muslim community. Let's listen to him first.
हमारे हिंदू भाई हैं, जो हमारे हिंदू भाई है वाल्मीकि है, मेरा निवेदन ये है भाई कि इन किराएदारों को मत दो। मीट मच्छी की दुकान जैसे तिगरा में घुसे हम, भाई ऐसे मुसलमानों को मत दे, भूखे रह लेंगे, लेकिन इनका पैसा अपने हमारा पैसा इनके पास जाता है, इनसे हमले। तो भाई हाथ जोड़ के निवेदन है सभी ग्रामीण वासियों से, जो यहाँ गुड़गांव के कोई भी आए हो, जैसे मैं कातीपुर से आया हूँ, भाई मैं भी अपने गांव वालों से निवेदन करूंगा, हाथ जोड़ के सबके आधार कार्ड देखो, जो मुसलमान हो उसको अपना मकान कोई भी जमीन मत दो। और जो हमारे हिंदू भाई है, जो हमारे हिंदू भाई है वाल्मीकि है, कोई भी है, भाई वो मीट की दुकान हिंदू भाई करे। बाहर से आके मुसलमान यहाँ कमाते हैं और फिर वही हमारे ऊपर गोलियां चलाते हैं।
Let's go across to my colleague Arvind Oja, who's been reporting from Haryana on the latest on that. The councillor's name is Brahma Yadav. अरविंद, अभी सिचुएशन फिर भी सेंसिटिव है, काफ़ी कम्युनल और टेंशन्स भी हैं अभी। ऐसे वक्त पे एक बीजेपी काउंसलर का ये कहना कि मुसलमानों को मत दो रेंट पे अपना घर, ये तो काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग और बिजार शॉकिंग स्टेटमेंट है। किस तरह से ये कौन है, इसके बारे में हमें थोड़ा बताइए, क्यों इसने ये कहा, क्या कोई एक्शन इस पे लिया जाएगा?
नहीं, देखिए कल एक पंचायत हुई थी और उस पंचायत में 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट, हरियाणा के 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट के तकरीबन 14 गांव के लोग शामिल हुए थे, जिस तरह से नूह में वायलेंस हुआ था उसको लेकर। और वहीं पर जो काउंसलर हैं ब्रह्म यादव, उन्होंने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया है। साथ ही साथ जो सोहना से एमएलए हैं संजय सिंह, उन्होंने भी स्टेटमेंट दिया है। कहीं ना कहीं देखिए, जब नूह में जो स्थिति है वो नॉर्मल हो रही है धीरे धीरे करके, डीएम एसपी वो तमाम गांव के पंचायत से बात कर रहे हैं, ऐसे में इस तरह का स्टेटमेंट जरूर भड़काने वाला है, जिसमें कहा गया है कि जो मुस्लिम्स हैं, खासतौर से ये 14 गाँव के लोग, उन्होंने बाकायदा लेटर भी लिखा है, वो बाइकआउट करने की बात कही है इकोनॉमिकली, उसके अलावा रेंट पर जो मकान है वो नहीं देने की बात की है। तो इस तरह के जो पंचायत हुई उसमें ये फैसला लिया गया है। 3 जिले के जो हरियाणा के 14 गांव का ये फैसला है। तू जा।
Anvid, stay on with me. So in this comment, Brahma Yadav, the BJP councillor, has said they come and stay on rent and then they bully us. They bully the original inhabitants who are the Hindus there in this region, in Mewat and Nu, so do not give them houses on rent. So let's listen in once again for what exactly has he said.
मेरा निवेदन ये है भाई कि इन किराएदारों को मत दो। पैसा इनके पास जाता है, इनसे हमले। तो भाई हाथ जोड़ के निवेदन है सभी ग्रामीण वासियों से, जो यहाँ गुड़गांव के कोई भी आए हो, जैसे मैं कातीपुर से आया हूँ, भाई मैं भी अपने गांव वालों से निवेदन करूंगा, हाथ जोड़ के सबके आधार कार्ड देखो, जो मुसलमान हो उसको अपना मकान, कोई भी जमीन मत दो। और जो हमारे हिंदू भाई है, वाल्मीकि है, कोई भी है, भाई वो मीट की दुकान हिंदू भाई करे, बाहर से आके मुसलमान यहाँ कमाते हैं और फिर वही हमारे ऊपर गोलियां चलाते हैं।
For now, the situation in Nuh in Mewat region is normalizing slowly. However, the bulldozer action is what has become the big step by the Haryana administration. What is this bulldozer justice or bulldozer action? Haryana administration has razed down several establishments and violence hit Nuh, a hotel from where stones were allegedly pelted. From the terrace of that hotel, on the Shobha Yatra of the VHP, that hotel has now been demolished. The curfew in Haryana's Nuh district was lifted for 4 hours on Sunday. It is expected to be relaxed today as well. But as per our sources, Intelligence Bureau had alerted State Police of Haryana that there could be possible violence. This was 4 days prior to the Yatra. Then why was that not taken into consideration? As per the investigation that still is on, Haryana police has intensified probe. Police is in touch also with Rajasthan government because 8 accused who were from Rajasthan were taken into custody of the Haryana police. Taking a dig at district's law and order situation, political showdown is escalating. Congress has said that there was lack of security during the Jal Abhishek Yatra that led to that communal violence. Listen in to a quick reaction and then we'll go across to our colleagues.
जब ये यात्रा हुई तो उसके पहले ये सुना है कि कोई 2, 4, 5 बड़े खतरनाक और बड़े सांप्रदायिक माहौल को बिगाड़ने वाले वीडियो सर्कुलेट हुए, कहा जाता है, जिस कारण से वहाँ उपद्रव हुआ। तो जब आपको मालूम है कि इस तरीके के वीडियो सर्कुलेट होंगे तो स्थानीय स्तर पर टेंशन तो हो सकती है। तो ये तो मैं नहीं मान सकता कि पुलिस वाले भी उसी समाज में रहते हैं, वहीं रहते हैं, उनके पास ये वीडियोस नहीं आए होंगे। धार्मिक कोई जगह एक ऐसी जगह से जा रहा है जो संवेदनशील है या जहाँ कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो वहाँ आपको पुख्ता इंतजाम करना चाहिए था।
अब तक 56 एफआईआर रजिस्टर हो गया डिस्ट्रिक्ट नौ में और 147 लोगों को हमने अरेस्ट कर दिया। इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारा चल रहा है, 4 टीम्स को बनाया। इन्वेस्टिगेशन तेजी गति में प्रोग्रेस चल रहा है। अभी टेक्निकल एविडेंस में जोड़ा जाएगा और इन्वेस्टिगेशन वगैरह आगे बढ़ता जाएगा, सब कुछ खुलासा हो जाएगा।
Quickly go across to Arvind Oja, who got us that big investigation from the hilltop of the Aravali ranges where many of these alleged rioters are escaping from the law and hiding. Arvind, ये जो राजस्थान गवर्नमेंट के साथ टच में है हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट, इसका हमें थोड़ा रीजन बताइए. What is the reason that Rajasthan is now in coordination, in touch, and specifically with investigation they are also involved?
नहीं, देखिए पूजा, सबसे पहले बताऊं, जो हरियाणा से सटा राजस्थान का डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, वहां से पुलिस ने 8 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया है जो राइटिंग में शामिल थे और कहीं ना कहीं एक बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी के तहत इस हिंसा को अंजाम दिया गया। हरियाणा से सटे जो राजस्थान के आते हैं वो भी मेवात रीजन में आते हैं और जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुई इसमें पता चला है कि उस रीजन से काफ़ी संख्या में जो लड़के थे, जो राइटर्स थे, वो दाखिल हुए नूह में और सबसे पहले बड़कली इलाके में जहाँ शक्ति सिंह का मर्डर हुआ था वहां पर काफ़ी ज़्यादा वायलेंस किया था और कई प्लानिंग की गई थी। तो हरियाणा की जो पुलिस है वो राजस्थान पुलिस के कांटेक्ट में है। हरियाणा पुलिस अभी भी उन इलाकों में रेड कर रही है। हरियाणा पुलिस का कहना है कि वहाँ पर से बड़ी संख्या में जो लोग थे, जो राइटर्स थे, वो आए थे और साथ ही साथ न सिर्फ राइटिंग करने के लिए आए थे बल्कि पूरी प्लानिंग के साथ आए थे। इस वजह से राजस्थान पुलिस से कांटेक्ट में हरियाणा पुलिस, उसके अलावा बुलडोजर का एक्शन भी जारी है। 37 ऐसी बिल्डिंग्स हैं जिसमें बुलडोजर चला है। उसमें नूह के एसपी का कहना है कि कुछ बिल्डिंग उसमें ऐसी हैं जिससे स्टोन पेल्टिंग हुई थी, पेट्रोल बम फेंके गए थे, फायरिंग हुई थी, जबकि कुछ जो बिल्डिंग है वो इलीगल है। इस वजह से उस पर एक्शन लिया गया। लेकिन जो भी है, जो जिस तरह की टाइमिंग है उसको लेकर जरूर कुछ न कुछ सवाल उठ रहे हैं। तो एक तरफ बुलडोजर का एक्शन चल रहा है, दूसरी तरफ पुलिस लगातार रेड कर रही है। 50 से ज़्यादा एफआईआर हो चुकी है, 150 लोग गिरफ्तार किए जा चुके हैं और एसपी का कहना है कि पूरी जो कॉन्स्पिरेसी है वो कोर्ट में उस बात का चार्जशीट के जरिए वो खुलासा करेंगे। पूजा।
All right, Arvind Oja is telling us more about what's happening. Remember, on one side, Rajasthan government's coordination, on another, the bulldozer action against properties that let its area be used for violence, for throwing stones, pelting stones at the Shobha Yatra that was taken out in Nuh. Thank you so much, Arvind Oja, for the latest. Remember, there is a lot of investigation that's currently on, and one AAP leader has got into this controversy as well. And this is with regard to alleged involvement in the violence. He's denying all the allegations. He's saying, I wasn't even there. But here's what exactly happened.
Days after communal clashes gripped Haryana's Nuh and Gurugram, investigation continues to unearth shocking details. The cops have now zeroed in on an Aam Aadmi Party neta, claiming his role in murder of a Bajrang Dal worker. AAP leader from Haryana, Javed Ahmed, has been accused of being part of a plot to murder a Bajrang Dal activist, Pradeep Sharma. As per FIR, Javed instigated a mob which used iron rods to attack Pradeep. Pradeep, who was a resident of UP's Bagpat, was attacked by miscreants when he was returning from Nuh. A profusely bleeding Pradeep was allegedly dumped near a mosque. He later succumbed to the injuries in a Delhi hospital.
कंप्लेनेंट जब अपनी कंप्लेंट में जो चीजें लिख के देगा, उसके साथ में जो उस समय कोई ट्रैवल कर रहा था मिस्टर पवन, उसकी कंप्लेंट पे हमने एफआईआर लॉन्च करेंगे।
तो क्या उसने कंप्लेंट दी थी?
कंप्लेंट उसने यही दी थी कि हम लोग वापस आ रहे थे और इस प्रकार से जो है वहाँ पे मॉब था, मॉब ने अटैक करा था और मॉब में उसका कहना ये था कि मॉब के अंदर वो भी खड़ा था, ये अपना जो उनका नेता है ये जावेद को मैंने वहाँ देखा था, उसका कहना ये था।
Rejecting the charges of murder, accused AAP neta Javed Ahmed claimed that he was not even in Nuh during the riots.
मैं यहाँ शहर में नहीं था।
कितने बजे से नहीं थे?
मैं यहाँ 7 बजे से नहीं था। 7 बजे से 31 तारीख की 7 बजे से लेकर के और 1 तारीख की सुबह 7 बजे मैं यहाँ पहुँचा हूँ।
तो ये कैसे आप पर आरोप लग गया कि आप भीड़ को भड़का रहे थे?
ये आरोप लगाने वाले तय करें कि क्यों मेरे ऊपर आरोप लगाया, और आरोप लगाने से कोई आदमी मुलजिम नहीं हो जाता।
The BJP and AAP traded charges over the riot taint. BJP compared Javed Ahmed to 2020 Delhi riot accused Tahir Hussain, who was an AAP councillor. The AAP hit back by accusing BJP of fanning riots.
सवाल ये है कि जब भी आम आदमी पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता सामने आता है, दिल्ली दंगे हो चाहे वो हरियाणा के नूह के दंगे हो, आम आदमी पार्टी चुप्पी क्यों साध लेती है? अरविंद केजरीवाल के शब्द से मुंह से एक शब्द क्यों नहीं निकलता है? आज वो क्या कार्रवाई करेंगे? दिल्ली और देश सवाल पूछ रहा है।
जावेद अहमद हमारी पार्टी के एक नेता हैं, उनके खिलाफ झूठी एफआईआर दर्ज की गई है नूह के मामले में। उस समय जब ये घटना हुई जिसका एफआईआर में जिक्र है, वो हमारे लीडर जावेद अहमद वहां से 100 से 150 किलोमीटर दूर किसी जगह पर थे, उनके पास सबूत भी हैं।
Will the Haryana violence probe unmask political link of rioters? With Arvind Ojha in Haryana, Bureau Report, India Today.
Big news coming in from the southern state of Karnataka. There are corruption allegations against a minister now in the Siddaramaiah government. That's the big news that I'm breaking to you right now. The graft heat is now on Agriculture Minister Cheluvaraswamy, and the charge is that he demanded about 6 to 8 lakh rupees allegedly from the officials. And the officers were threatening suicide if the graft is not investigated. This is a big news that we are bringing to you, that the minister demanded 6 to 8 lakh from officials. The officers eventually said, we will die by suicide if the graft is not investigated. Let's go across immediately to Nagarjan Dwarkanath for the latest on that. Nagarjan, this is a big allegation. Even though it's a charge for now, will have to be proven. But how precisely did an agriculture minister of Siddaramaiah government get into this controversy?
The Joint Director of Agriculture Department from Mandya districts, many of them from the taluks, have written to the Governor office stating that we have been put under pressure demanding 6 to 8 lakhs from the other officials, and we have been told to collect it and give it to the minister, and they have named the minister directly. And now the Governor office has written to the Chief Secretary saying, look into these allegations of the officials into the ministry and also give me a tell me what accordingly action can you take, is what the Governor office has told the Chief Secretary, to protect the officials as well. And they also stated that corruption has to be removed from the society. If not, the officials might consume poison and commit suicide, is what the Governor office says. So serious allegations against a mantri in Siddaramaiah government.
All right, thank you so much. Nagarjun Dwarkanath with the latest on that. That's the big story coming in from Karnataka, that a minister from the agriculture minister has got now graft charges that he's facing, and we'll see how this case develops. Specifically, the first one coming in from Karnataka barely weeks after. Nagarjun, I want to stay on with this. Do tell us a bit more about the minister, because I want to understand specifically for the viewers not from Karnataka, for them to understand how senior or important Chandrayaan-3 is precisely is, and what is the reason, the manner in which he has now got caught himself in this controversy. We'll continue to get you the details. This, remember, giving you an update. The graft charge against him was made by the officers. The officers are saying that that he was asking us for 6 to 8 lakh rupees. When we said we cannot give it, he then they cannot give, and they've now said that we will die by suicide if the charges against him are not investigated. So Chandrayaan-3 is the politician. He's the Minister of Agriculture from Karnataka. So Nagarjun, I want to come back to you again. Do tell us a bit more about the profile of Chandrayaan-3, because how senior is he in the ministry, in the government, in the Congress party, and precisely at a time like this when he's got caught in the graft charges?
Puja Chandrayaan-3 is a senior mantri in the cabinet. He's been mantri previously also. He's come from JDS to Congress party a few years back, a decade or so back, when Siddaramaiah also moved. He moved from JDS. Initially he was a JDS MLA. Later he's moved to Congress over more than 10 years back. And last time he had lost Nagmangala seat in 2018. And now he has won the Nagmangala seat, defeating a JDS candidate. And he's become a mantri and is a strong Vocaliga face in the government as well. Initially, what the letter was written on August 1st from the agriculture officials, department officials, to the governor office, seeking some help from the government, intervention from the governor himself. And the governor in turn writes to the chief secretary on the graft allegations that these are serious allegations, that the officials are saying that they would consume poison if not this comes to an end. The chief secretary is asked by the governor to take appropriate action and also inquire if this is true or not. And he's also mentioned the taluks of Mandya district, where the joint directors of agriculture department have leveled these allegations. Maddur, Nagmangala, Mandya, Malvalli, all taluks have been named in the letter from the governor office. You can see the letter that India Today has accessed. It says Karnataka Governor Secretariat, and the written to the Chief Secretary of Karnataka, asking her to protect the interests of the officials and look into this graft allegations. We'll have to wait and see how the government will react, the Chief Minister and the Minister himself.
But what has happened with the investigation? Has it even started yet? Has that progressed? Has he himself given out any statement in his defense? Because it appears all is silent from his side right now.
Well, the Chief Secretary is yet to take action on this, is what we are told, because just 3 days back the letter was written, and firstly it would be brought to the notice of the Chief Minister, and the time the governor has not mentioned any time-bound report as such, that give a report in 7 days, submit in 3 days is not written. So that the Chief Secretary is also contemplating on as to what has to be done. Most likely that today or tomorrow she will be talking to the Agriculture Secretary first and seeking a report from him, and most likely even speak to the officials directly.
So much. Nagarjun Dwarkanath will be tracking all the latest on that. That's a big story. Could actually become a lot of trouble for Siddaramaiah government, because remember, their whole plank was anti-corruption. Their whole reason of being voted was with regard to allegedly BJP in government. Remember, the 40% Commission Sarkar was their whole slogan. They had come on honesty, and now their minister in the agriculture has got a messaging which is so shocking, remember, from the officials, to say if there is no investigation against him, we will consume poison. That's a big comment to come in from officials. We'll try and get a statement from the minister himself. But for Chandrayaan-3, it's a big statement. And BJP, of course, is quick to jump in on that. I'm joined this morning by BJP's senior leader and spokesperson, Mr. Tom Vadakan. Mr. Vadakan, good morning. Now, at this point, what do you have to say? Because the investigation hasn't started, but for an official, And in fact, more than one official to say that we'll consume poison if graft allegations against him are not investigated. He's been asking us for 6 to 8 lakh rupees.
Let me correct you. It is not the BJP who has jumped into this issue. It is the officials themselves who have asked for an inquiry. And I think it's deemed fit that an inquiry should be ordered, because this is the government that said that they're corruption-free and they're different, and they had some guarantees offered and all that. And now today, officers are saying that they're corrupt. So it's not the BJP that's saying anything. We are only taking up the issues which the officials have raised, and an investigation by an agency other than the usual standard CID team and all that. We need a CBI inquiry into it, because the local police and all that investigation will be more of a cover-up than certain realities that need to be exposed of this government.
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much, Mr. Tom Warakan, saying that imagine if the officials themselves are raising this objection. This, remember, is that reflects the sort of situation there is currently in Karnataka. All right, that's all from me for now. But after a very short break, we get you the top story, and that will Rahul Gandhi return as fast as he was disqualified from the Lok Sabha? That's the big news coming in. The Congress is upping the ante and will be waiting and watching eagerly if their Neta from Wayanad will return to the Lok Sabha after the top court stayed his conviction. Big news after a very short break. Thank you for watching.
As the Lok Sabha polls approach near, political showdown between opposition BJP is escalating. Prime Minister Modi took a jab with the opposition alliance, recalling that Mahatma Gandhi's Quit India movement was launched on 9th August. The Prime Minister said similarly the country wants dynasty, corruption and appeasement to quit India. Meanwhile, the opposition has slammed the Prime Minister Modi's remarks and called it a diversion from real issues like Manipur, Haryana, violence and inflation.
साथियों, 7 तारीख के एक दिन बाद 9 अगस्त आ रही है। 9 अगस्त वो तारीख है जब ऐतिहासिक क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट की शुरुआत हुई थी। महात्मा गांधी ने मंत्र दिया था और क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट ने स्वतंत्रता की तरफ भारत के कदमों में नई ऊर्जा पैदा कर दी थी। इसी से प्रेरित होकर आज पूरा देश हर बुराई के लिए कह रहा है क्विट इंडिया। चारों तरफ एक ही गुंज है, करप्शन, क्विट इंडिया, यानी भ्रष्टाचार, इंडिया छोड़ो, डायनेस्टी, क्विट इंडिया, यानी परिवारवाद, इंडिया छोड़ो, अपीजमेंट, क्विट इंडिया, यानी तुष्टीकरण, इंडिया छोड़ो।
पूरे हिंदुस्तान ने और पूरे देश ने, पूरी इंडिया ने ये तय किया है कि इस बार 2024 में सिर्फ इंडिया को अपनाएंगे और इंडिया को ही जिताएंगे। इंडिया का मतलब है कि इंडिया जब होगी तो देश के अंदर में बेरोजगारी दूर होगी, महंगाई दूर होगी, यहाँ पे किसानों के सम्मान की बात होगी, महिलाओं के सम्मान की बात होगी। ये इंडिया है और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है इस इंडिया को पूरा हिंदुस्तान अपनाएगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जाहिर सी बात है कि इंडिया से डर लगने लगा है, तभी इंडिया की बातें इतनी करते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया की बात न करके अगर मणिपुर पे बोलते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता, अगर वो हरियाणा की जो घटनाएं हैं उस पर चर्चा करते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता, टमाटर इतना महंगा इस पे बोल देते तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता।
प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड भ्रष्टाचार भारत छोड़ो, तुष्टीकरण भारत छोड़ो, वोट बैंक की राजनीति भारत छोड़ो। तो व्हाई इज इट द ऑपोजिशन इज टेकिंग इट पर्सनली? ही हैज नॉट नेम्ड द ऑपोजिशन। दैट मीन्स द ऑपोजिशन नोज that they represent Bhrashtachar, they represent Tushtikarana, they represent Parivarvad. Therefore, they are taking it personally.
Vasant Valley School secured the top honours in the 13th edition of the Vasant Valley Aaj Tak Hindi debate competition, showcasing their debating prowess and intellectual acumen against formidable opponents there. They showcased a brilliant display of debating skills from top schools across the nation. Take a look.
तो हम लोग बस चुप्पी से इन लोगों को देखते रहते हैं, ना सकारात्मकता को बढ़ावा देते हैं और ना नकारात्मकता को खत्म करते हैं।
पर मूक दर्शिता का अर्थ जो हमारा दल बताना चाह रहा है वह यह है,
A fierce clash of intellect.
स्पष्ट करना चाहूंगा कि हम आज के सदन को भारतीय बुद्धिजीवियों के सदन द्वारा देखना चाहेंगे।
हमें प्रतिस्पर्धा में टिके रहने की आवश्यकता है और प्रतिस्पर्धा में टिके रहने के लिए हमें अपने कार्य पर ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है।
मैं जादूगर बन सकती हूँ, वो जो ट्रॉफी है उसको 2 में भी कर सकती हूँ, क्योंकि मैं चाहती हूँ कि वसंत वैली एंड सिंधिया स्कूल दोनों ही जीते। मुझे इतना मज़ा हिंदी वाद विवाद में कभी नहीं आया जितना इस वक्त आया। इसके लिए बहुत बहुत तालियां। एंड द विनर इज वसंत वैली स्कूल।
And the prestigious Vasant Valley School emerged victorious in the 13th edition of the Vasant Valley Aaj Tak Hindi debate competition.
कितना बढ़िया है वह समाज जहां हर घिनौने कार्य का जवाब है मूक दर्शिता।
Students from the Vasant Valley and the Scindia School took on each other in the final round of the competition, which saw a thrilling face-off between the teams of both the schools.
उस पे टांग अड़ाकर उसके बिना ज्ञान होए उसे और बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करता है, वह होता है मूक दर्शिता।
Participants from the two teams sparred on the motion adopted by the House, Mook Darshita mein hi buddhimani, which translate into being a mute spectator is a smart decision. The competition saw an enthusiastic participation from 26 renowned schools from all corners of the country. While students representing the Scindia school debated for the motion,
तो जिस आदर्शवाद की भावना से, जिस मूक दर्शक का चयन ना करने से हमारे ऊपर संकट आ रहा है, हमारे परिवार पर संकट आ रहा है, हम उसका चयन क्यों करें महोदय? महोदय, आज बुद्धिमान वही है जो स्वयं का जीवन संचालन करने में सक्षम हो, जो स्वयं की परिस्थिति को सुधार सके, स्वयं सफलता हासिल कर सके। वह बुद्धिमान नहीं है जो दूसरों की मदद करने का चोला पहन के घूम सके। बुद्धिमानी धर्म से कहीं दूर दूर तक मेल नहीं खाती है महोदय, जिस बात को समझने में मेरे विपक्षी मित्र पूर्ण रूप से असक्षम है।
the students representing the Vasant Valley debated against the motion.
उनके खंडन की ओर बढ़ते हुए उन्होंने आके सबसे पहले मूक दर्शिता की गलत परिभाषा दी, उसको हमारे पहले वक्ता ने सही किया। उन्होंने आके बोला कि हमें अपनी जंग लड़नी जरूरी है। लेकिन महोदय, आप ही बताइए, अगर मेरे पास इस बात का हक ही ना हो कि मैं अपनी आवाज उठाऊं, अपने विचारों को प्रस्तुत करूं, तो मैं कौन सी जंग लड़ूंगी महोदय? उन्होंने आके बात करी निजी विकास की, आगे बढ़ने की, कि हमें खुद आगे बढ़ने की जरूरत है, खुद आगे होने की जरूरत है महोदय। लेकिन आप ही बताइए कि हम लोग जब अपने विचार ही आगे नहीं रखेंगे तो फिर हम लोग आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे?
In the end, Vasant Valley School's compelling arguments and persuasive delivery earned them the coveted title.
Hello, very good morning. You're watching India Today Television. This is India's Agenda. I'm Sneha Mordani. Let's tell you what's making news this Monday morning first. Mallikarjun Kharge, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary leading reach out to allies and speaker over Rahul Gandhi's return. India parties to meet on Rahul's reinstatement. Congress may move court if the government delays Rahul Gandhi's return. India bloc readies for Rajya Sabha battle. Opposition to pull out all stops on Delhi Services Bill, ailing ex-Jharkhand Chief Minister Shibu Soren to vote. Assam is all set to bring a ban on polygamy. Himanta Biswa Sarma pledges empowerment of women. Opposition calls this move communal, diversionary. Furious BSP MP, BJP MLC verbal spat on stage. Danish Ali stops BJP MLC's Bharat Mata chant on stage. BJP Neta Vijay Varghya threatens a scan kill anti-Bharat brigade. Chandrayaan successfully enters lunar orbit. ISRO's Chandrayaan lunar orbit insertion has been successful. ISRO shares first images of the moon viewed by Chandrayaan. Big story breaking at this hour. Veteran opposition leaders to vote on Delhi bill. Ex-Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh to vote in Parliament. Opposition to pull out all stops on Delhi services bill. Ailing ex-Jharkhand Chief Minister Shibu Soren also to vote. Outnumbered opposition goes all out to save face. The government has the numbers. Each vote essentially counts for the opposition. There is in fact going to be voting on the Delhi Services Bill, which has already been tabled, and opposition does not have the numbers. And that's the reason why they're pulling out all stops to ensure that they get the maximum numbers as possible, as far as possible. And that's the reason why veteran leaders like former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Rajya Sabha MP, is going to be voting, and also former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Shibu Soren, to vote. The opposition clearly is outnumbered, and that's the reason why they're doing what they can to get the numbers in what really is being seen as a face-saving exercise. Getting in details of the voting for the Delhi Services Bill, which has been tabled already. Dr. Manmohan Singh is to also vote in Parliament. He's wheelchair bound. Also ailing former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Shibu Soren, is going to be voting. This comes at a time when the opposition has in fact rallied around this issue that was very vociferously raised by the Aam Aadmi Party, this Delhi Services Bill, which the centre says is its right and constitutional right. Amit Bhardwaj is getting us more details on that story. Amit, the opposition clearly is worried about the fact that it does not have the numbers. But even if Shibu Soren and Dr. Manmohan Singh vote for this, what is it really going to look like?
Well, Sneha, the battle for India bloc of the opposition parties right now is all about perception. It's about the narrative that they want to build upon. And that is why today what you will see is that all the India bloc parties plus BRS, because remember BRS is not part of the India bloc, but they will be also siding with the India bloc today, which means that, over 105 or nearly 104, 105 members will be voting against the Delhi Services Bill. So the idea today is to have a long discussion on the Delhi Services Bill. Opposition parties will try to make sure to put the narrative that they are united against the NDA or Narendra Modi's government, and they want to also put across a message that this particular bill is not only about Delhi, rather about the federal structure of the country. Hence, the government should not get an easy way, easy get through on this particular bill. Along with that, to win that perception battle or that narrative, Sneha, what we can also expect today is that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha's President and former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Shibu Soren, could be also joining the proceedings today. There's a possibility that Shibu Soren, who is unwell, not in best of his health, he could be also brought to the upper house to join the proceedings of the Delhi Services Bill. So all these developments or strategies have been carved out to send across a message as to how the India bloc MPs, India bloc parties and the BRS are sticking together on this particular issue, and they want to send across a message that they are against the BJP's government and this particular bill, which they believe is the beginning of centre's attempt to do away with several laws which falls under the concurrent
Clearly a
list
tug of war inside Parliament. That's what we are going to see today, Amit. I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us those details. The Delhi Dangal to take control over services has reached Rajya Sabha. After the bill sailed through the lower house smoothly, Home Minister Amit Shah is all set to move the bill in the upper house today. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party has issued a 3-line whip to its Rajya Sabha members claiming Lok Sabha was an easy sail, but Rajya Sabha will be the real test, which they're hopeful of passing with majority. While the central government did not face any hurdle in getting the bill passed through the lower house, they have clear majority in Rajya Sabha as well. The BJP and its allies have 105 members and will get the support of fence sitters as well. BJD and YSRCP, each of which has 9 MPs.
श्री अब्दुल वहाब ने आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की संशोधित
Sandeep Pathak ji, how prepared is Aam Aadmi Party for Rajya Sabha bill is coming today?
Well, we are fully prepared in terms of number as well and in terms of debate also. So from our side, we are prepared and confident.
Do you think that it will be passed or you will be able to stop it?
Well, we'll try our level best to stop it because this is against the people of this country, against the people of Delhi, and we'll see what happens, but we'll do our level best.
दिल्ली सर्विसेज बिल के खिलाफ आंकड़े हमारे पास पूरे थे, इसके अंदर कोई दो राय नहीं है, परंतु एक दो दलों के ऊपर कहीं न कहीं दबाव पड़ा है। क्या दबाव पड़ा है, क्या उसके अंदर उनको परेशानियां हुई हैं, ये तो बेहतर वो बता सकते हैं, परंतु आज भी मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो आत्मा की आवाज पे वोट देंगे तो इस बिल के विरुद्ध के अंदर वोट आएंगे और ये बिल राज्यसभा में हार सकता है।
Number is going to be after the bill is going to be introduced and discussion is going to take place. How people are going to react, we have to wait and see. And we all hope that India Alliance is united, and we in the Lok Sabha we were united, and Rajya Sabha also we will be united, and we will be trying to defeat the bill.
ये संविधान पर एक खतरनाक प्रहार है। यहाँ केंद्र प्रदेश को निगल लेना चाहता है, उसके अधिकार विहीन कर देना चाहता है। इस फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर को बचाने के लिए, संविधान को बचाने के लिए हम कल पूरी ताकत से इसका विरोध करेंगे।
बार बार अरविंद केजरीवाल का ये कहना कि मुझे ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग का अधिकार देना चाहिए, तो दिल्ली की जनता को दिखाना चाहते हैं कि मैं कोई काम इसलिए नहीं कर पा रहा क्योंकि मेरे पास अधिकार नहीं है। राष्ट्रीय राजधानी वर्ल्ड में जितनी भी कैपिटल्स हैं, उनके जो भी अधिकार होते हैं वहाँ के केंद्र सरकार के पास होते हैं, इसलिए बार बार वो दिल्ली के सारे राज्य के अधिकार मांगते हैं। तो ये हमारे मुख्यमंत्री साहब को भी पता है कि ये उनकी मांग बिल्कुल ही नाजायज है।
All right, we're getting you all the details as to what really is expected in Rajya Sabha, the upper house, as far as the numbers are also concerned. When the government says it has the numbers, what next then really for the opposition? So let's get you up to speed with the numbers here. Government has numbers in Rajya Sabha like it did in Lok Sabha. The strength is at 238. So let's talk about the halfway mark, which stands at 120. Now the government side really is BJP plus 5 nominated, 2 independent and the fence setters. Extremely important. 9 MPs of YSRCP, 9 MPs of BJD and TDP supporting the government. So it's clear that the government has the numbers in the upper house of parliament as well. What about the opposition? Not too good. 105 as far as the opposition is concerned. Until a few years ago, the opposition did have the numbers in Rajya Sabha, but that trend really changed. It has support of others. However, it doesn't really add up when it comes to numbers. So the opposition doesn't really have the strength there. Getting in details as far as the numbers in both houses concerned, where the bill had smooth sailing in Lok Sabha, it's expected that the bill will have smooth sailing in Rajya Sabha as well, but the opposition is doing what it can to get in everyone on its side to vote. It's a face-saver exercise, it's a face-saving exercise rather, and also trying to put out the message that the opposition is clearly united when it comes to this particular bill, which has already passed, in fact, which has already been passed rather in Lok Sabha. More reactions coming in. Let's go straight to that.
आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए बड़ी चुनौती दिल्ली सेवा बिल। हमारे साथ राज्यसभा सांसद संजय सिंह जुड़ गए हैं। आम आदमी पार्टी के यूं तो 10 राज्यसभा सांसद हैं, लेकिन आप सस्पेंड हो चुके हैं तो आपकी एक ताकत कम हो गई, अब 9 राज्यसभा सांसद हैं। लेकिन आज जो बिल पेश होगा उसके लिए वोटिंग होती है, तो कितनी तैयार है आम आदमी पार्टी और क्या रणनीति है?
देखिए, जो टीम इंडिया है उसके लगभग सारे दल इस बिल के विरोध में हैं और उन्होंने एक मत से ये निर्णय लिया है कि जब भी ये बिल आएगा तो इसके खिलाफ बोलेंगे भी और वोट भी करेंगे। आपने लोकसभा में देखा होगा कि सारे दलों ने एक स्वर में इसका विरोध किया। अब सरकार की तानाशाही का आलम यह है कि जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी 1993 से लेकर लगातार 2015 तक पूर्ण राज्य की वकालत करती रहे, और इतना ही नहीं, 2003 में आडवाणी जी एक बिल लेके आए थे कि दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य बनाया जाए। आज वो पार्टी हमको सर्विसेज का अधिकार नहीं देना चाहती और माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के 5 जजों का फैसला आने के बाद भी नहीं देना चाहती। तो मानोगे क्या आप? लोकतंत्र आप मानोगे नहीं, संघीय ढांचा आप मानोगे नहीं, संविधान आप मानोगे नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट आप मानोगे नहीं। तो अगर आपको एलजी और राज्यपाल के डंडे से देश को चलाना है तो एक तो हो गए मोदी जी, दूसरे हो गए अमित शाह, बाकी सारे राज्यों के अंदर आप राज्यपाल और एलजी रख दीजिए। क्या क्या जरूरत है चुनाव कराने की? फिर चुनाव का मतलब क्या हो गया? अगर एक इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट, एक ऐसी गवर्नमेंट जिसको प्रचंड बहुमत मिला, 67 सीट मिली, 62 सीट मिली, उस सरकार को ये अधिकार नहीं है कि वो एक डॉक्टर का ट्रांसफर कर सके, एक इंजीनियर का ट्रांसफर कर सके, एक डीएम एसडीएम का ट्रांसफर कर सके, तो फिर सरकार का मतलब क्या बचेगा? आप मुझे बताइए।
लेकिन साथ ही जब हमने लोकसभा में देखा बिल पेश हो रहा था, गृह मंत्री अमित शाह लगातार आम आदमी पार्टी पर निशाना साध रहे थे। उन्होंने तमाम बातें कहीं, सुपाड़ी तक कह दिया आम आदमी पार्टी को, और ऐसी स्थिति में एक नया विवाद शुरू हो गया। साथ ही साथ भ्रष्टाचार की वो बात करते नजर आए, विपक्षी गठबंधन इंडिया पर प्रहार करते नजर आए।
देखिए, इन लोगों की हालत मैं तो आपको कई बार कह चुका हूँ। भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप लगा रहे थे हमारे ऊपर, आज तक न कोई तथ्य मिला न प्रमाण मिला। और अब मैं भाजपाइयों से कहता हूं कि भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ मत बोला करो। भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ भाजपाई बोलते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है ओसामा बिन लादेन अहिंसा पे उपदेश दे रहा है। भाई, कंपटीशन चल रहा है इनके यहाँ। तुमने 70,000 करोड़ का घोटाला किया, इधर जल्दी आओ। 80,000 करोड़ का किया, इधर जल्दी आओ। लाख करोड़ का किया, जल्दी। आप देखिए ना, पूरब से लेके पश्चिम तक, उत्तर से लेकर दक्षिण तक, जो जितना बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी वो उतना बड़ा पदाधिकारी। वाटर स्कैम हेमंत विश्व शर्मा के ऊपर बीजेपी ने लगाया, हमने नहीं लगाया। उसकी सीबीआई की, ईडी की जांच चल रही थी, उसको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया। व्यापम घोटाला, सीबीआई की जांच चल रही थी शिवराज सिंह पे, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया। येदियुरप्पा पे माइनिंग घोटाले की जांच चल रही थी, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया। तो बीजेपी में तो भ्रष्टाचार करना एक उपलब्धि है।
Big story we are breaking at this hour. Rahul Gandhi's membership is all set to be restored as early as today. The notification is going to be released shortly is what we've been given to understand. Remember, the Congress has gone all guns blazing, saying that this is the Supreme Court's order. Rahul Gandhi has to be reinstated since his disqualification as a member of parliament from Wayanad has been stayed by the Supreme Court, and the parliament and the government can't in fact prevent him from being a member again and attending the proceedings of the House. So just before the no confidence motion that has been moved by the opposition, Rahul Gandhi is going to be seen back in parliament, reinstated as member of parliament from Wayanad that he is. A notification to this effect is also going to be released shortly is what we've been given to understand from our sources. Gandhi's membership is going to be restored. Rahul Gandhi was an MP from Wayanad and he is going to now continue to serve as a member of parliament is what we know. This notification to reinstate him as a member of parliament is going to be issued very, very shortly. So I think as early as today, and we'll be getting in a word from our reporters also on the ground about this. Mausami, in fact, had earlier spoken to senior leader of the Congress and leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, about this. Listen in.
हमारे साथ कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोकसभा के नेता अधीर रंजन चौधरी हैं। आइए बात करते हैं। अधीर दादा, क्या इसमें आपने प्रेस वार्ता भी बुलाई, आपने कहा भी कि हम चाहते हैं कि जल्द बहाल हो जाए प्रेस वार्ताओं में भी, लेकिन अभी तक कोई नोटिस आया नहीं।
नहीं, नोटिस आया नहीं, इसलिए हमारी तरफ से जो प्रयास, जो पहल किए जाना चाहिए तो हम करते रहते हैं। आज एकदम अंतिम चरण में हम लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट से जो सर्टिफाइड कॉपी वो भी मंगा रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो भी हम जमा करें, इसलिए क्योंकि और कुछ कहने की कोई गुंजाइश न बचे, क्योंकि ये होना चाहिए था। क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं, आप जैसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, मैं भी ये सवाल में मैं भी सरकार से, स्पीकर साहब से ये सवाल करने के लिए जा रहा हूं अभी। और ये जब तक हमारा अधिकार हासिल ना होंगे तब तक हमारा ये प्रयास, ये संघर्ष ये जारी रहेंगे। हम चाहते हैं जल्द से जल्द राहुल जी की वापसी सदन में हो। हम सब बेचैन होकर बैठे हैं, सारे देशवासी ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि क्या ऐसा गलती की राहुल जी से अभी तक, जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सारे कुछ फैसला कर दिया है, फिर भी खटास कहाँ है। तो ये मुद्दे को लेकर सदन में जा रहे हैं, सर्टिफाइड कॉपी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ला रहे हैं, स्पीकर साहब से मुलाकात करेंगे, एक बार नहीं बार बार करेंगे। सारे एमपी हम स्पीकर के दफ्तर के सामने धरना देंगे अगर जरूरत पड़े, लेकिन राहुल जी को वापसी होना ही चाहिए।
अधीर दादा, नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन कल आना है और अभी तक नोटिस आपको आया नहीं है। अभी अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी से जब हम बात कर रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा था 48 घंटे हम इंतजार करेंगे। अब 48 घंटे दोपहर तक हो जाएंगे, तो फिर क्या करना है? उच्च न्यायालय जाएंगे आप लोग? देखिए, वो तो मनु सिंघवी जी है, वो तो हमारे अगुवाई कर रहे हैं कानूनी मसले पे, उनसे बखूबी ज्यादा जानकारी होंगे। हम तो सर्टिफाइड कॉपी लाने जा रहे हैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट से, सर्टिफाइड कॉपी लेते ये जमा करेंगे और कोई कहने की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं बचेगी। ये मुझे लगता है अभी ना करना का कोई जगह नहीं बच पा रहे हैं, अभी हाँ करना ही पड़ेगा ऐसा मुझे लगता है, क्योंकि और कोई जगह नहीं है, कुछ कहने की कोई जगह नहीं, सारे कुछ नियमों के मुताबिक हम कर चुके हैं। अभी राहुल जी को वापसी लाओ, यही हमारा मांग है और इसलिए हम बेचैन है, अस्थिर है, अधीर भी है।
हम बेचैन is what the Congress says, but it looks like there's going to be good news for the Congress and Rahul Gandhi today. Rahul Gautam is with us for more details on that. Rahul, the notification is going to be issued shortly, so as early as today we'll expect Mr. Gandhi to be back in Parliament, and he's going to be obviously then participating in the no confidence debate as well.
Well, it's a big development as far as Congress party is concerned, because if Rahul Gandhi is going to be reinstated as member of parliament, you can expect that then he is going to open the discussion on behalf of opposition rank when no confidence motion would be taken up for discussion in Lok Sabha, and that's what Congress party was aiming for, that Rahul Gandhi should come and in fact lead the charge against the treasury benches and government. What we're learning from our sources that a short while from now a notification would be issued from the Lok Sabha Secretariat, and following which Rahul Gandhi would be reinstated as member of parliament of Lok Sabha. We all know there has been an order from the Supreme Court that actually had gone in the favor of Rahul Gandhi, and following which 48 hours have already passed by, and Congress party was alleging that it's a deliberate delay that is happening, on the part of the government, and that's why Rahul Gandhi is not being reinstated, because government does not want him back in Lok Sabha. But now we are learning from our sources that a notification would be issued very shortly, and you can expect now that the charge would now be spearheading by Rahul Gandhi himself. Congress MPs are obviously very elated over this fact now that their supreme leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, will now be leading the charge, and obviously you can expect that this will certainly be infusing a new lease of oxygen, as far as opposition ranks is concerned, and you can expect now that no confidence motion would now be, in all likelihood, would now be started by Rahul Gandhi himself.
Essentially, this also means that there will be fireworks inside Parliament like we've seen in the past as well when it comes to Mr. Rahul Gandhi cornering the BJP-led central government. Also, the Prime Minister, because we've seen very, very personal attacks.
Well, opposition camp was alleging that, Rahul Gandhi is being kept away from parliament because of the simple fact that he was asking difficult questions to government, and that's why there was this deliberate delay that was happening on the part of Lok Sabha Speaker. In fact, if you remember, when Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Jairam Ramesh, Adinandan Chaudhary, they all held a press conference the day Supreme Court gave its order. At that day also, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who was Congress president, asked and wondered, in fact, in a way he questioned, the government, saying that in how much time now Rahul Gandhi's membership would be reinstated as member of parliament. We have to really wait and watch, because at a time when he was disqualified, when he was convicted, at that point of time he was disqualified within 24 hours. So that kind of speed and pace are we going to see in his reinstatement? This is something we would wait and watch. But now it seems that the government had decided the Lok Sabha Secretariat will now be issuing this notification, and obviously we all know that there was no other second option. In fact, the Congress party was only trying to create this narrative that this is happening deliberately on the part of the government. However, there was no second option as far as reinstatement is concerned, because of the fact that there is a favorable order in favor of Rahul Gandhi. So we all know that his membership would be restored, but it was a matter of time, and therefore Congress party had decided that if this is not happening by 12 noon, they might approach Supreme Court as well. But it seems that the matter is resolved now, and in all likelihood you can expect that tomorrow, when the motion would be taken up in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi would be leading the charge, and you can expect that this is why the entire opposition camp is quite elated.
Pretty much, Rahul, this really looks like a fresh lease of life for the Congress, and also a leg up for the entire opposition, given that they've come together and there has been tremendous bonhomie inside and outside Parliament. Rahul. Okay, we'll just connect with Rahul in a moment from now, but details at this hour are of Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership getting reinstated. He will be back as Lok Sabha MP as after the Supreme Court of India had said that he can't be disqualified, and the disqualification order from a lower court had been stayed. His conviction had been stayed by the Supreme Court of India. Rahul Gandhi, who was suspended as a member of Parliament, or rather disqualified as an MP from Wayanad, has now been reinstated, and there is going to be a notification to that effect from the Lok Sabha Secretariat. The Congress, in fact, was going all guns blazing, saying that if that doesn't happen, at the earliest, they are also going to approach the Supreme Court of India, but it looks like it is going to happen as early as today. A notification to this effect is getting issued. The notification to reinstate Rahul Gandhi, first and exclusive on India Today television. As you see on your screens right now, and we're going to be reading out from there what really it says. In fact, this is a notification issued as expected by the Lok Sabha Secretariat, dated 7th of August. Talks about the fact that in continuation of the notification that was previously issued, dated March 24th, the Supreme Court has passed an order, and a consulting editor, Rajdeep Sardesai, is joining us in the broadcast. Good morning, Rajdeep. Certainly music to the ears of the Congress party. I would say a fresh lease of life today with Rahul Gandhi getting back into Parliament.
Well, yes, a short while ago, the Lok Sabha has officially notified Rahul Gandhi that he is being reinstated as a member of the Lok Sabha. This follows Friday's Supreme Court order, which stayed his conviction in a criminal defamation case. And I don't know whether it's music for the ears of the Congress, but certainly the mood in the Congress will be lifted ahead of tomorrow's no confidence vote. Remember, the motion was moved by the Congress's Gaurav Gogoi. The Prime Minister is scheduled to respond to that on the 10th. It's a 3-day debate. And now we are being told there is a real possibility that Rahul Gandhi himself may kick off the debate, which was earlier to be done by Mr. Gogoi. So it gives Rahul Gandhi a chance, a platform to put his views before Parliament. The last time he spoke, you will recall, was in February during the motion of thanks to the President's address in that debate. And following his conviction in a criminal defamation case. So the timing could not be more perfect for the Congress. Opportunity, perhaps the last big opportunity next Lok Sabha election to make its point. Its leader Rahul Gandhi can use that opportunity to make all the points that he makes outside Parliament, this time on the floor of Parliament, ranging from money pool to economic growth. These have been issues that he's been raising, rising prices. And we'll wait and see what he has to say on the floor of Parliament, Sneha.
Rajdeep, I also want to ask you, is this a dilemma before the Congress party, given that... Okay, I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now, Rajdeep, because we have the notification with us that talks about the fact that Rahul Gandhi is indeed going to be back in Parliament as a member. And I'm reading out from that particular notification, which is dated the 7th, in fact, of August. These are details. So look at this notification. This is first and exclusive on India Today television. Now, what does it really say? 7th of August, this notification has been issued. It talks about the fact that in view of the order of the Supreme Court of India from the 4th of August, essentially a few days ago, the disqualification of Shri Rahul Gandhi notified by Gazette notification dated 24th of March, in terms of the provisions of Article 102 of the Constitution, read with Section 8 of the Representation of the People Act, has ceased to operate subject to further judicial pronouncement. So up until now, till the time there is anything that has been said on this as far as legalities are concerned, the order that was in fact put out to prevent him from being a member of Parliament, that ceases to operate subject to further judicial pronouncement. That's what this notification says. In continuation of notification number 21 dated the 24th of March 2023, the Supreme Court of India has passed an order in special leave to appeal, staying the conviction of Shri Rahul Gandhi, member of Lok Sabha representing the Wayanad parliamentary constituency of Kerala, which was ordered by the judgment dated 23rd of March of the Court of the Chief Judicial Magistrate in Surat, is what this notification talks about. This copy has been forwarded to Shri Rahul Gandhi MP and to the President's Secretariat. The Chief Electoral Officer, Liaison Officer, Secretary, New Delhi Municipal Council, Liaison Officer. So interestingly, Secretary, New Delhi Municipal Council. Pictures of celebration right now on your screens. What does this also mean? Rahul Gandhi is going to be back at his Tughlaq Lane residence. Interesting, because at a time when he was disqualified as a member of Parliament, Rahul Gandhi had to vacate the premises that he was in fact in for years together as an MP. Pictures on your screen are of celebrations that have broken out right now. On the left side of your screen, pictures are in fact from the day, the 4th of August, when the Supreme Court had stayed the conviction of Mr. Rahul Gandhi and had said that he can in fact function as a member of Parliament once again. The pictures on the right side of your screens are from Delhi's AICC headquarters. That's 24 Akbar Road, where celebrations, as expected, have broken out. Pictures of protests that have broken out at the AICC headquarters. The Congress, in fact, was all ready to even move court, given that they were worried that this notification wouldn't come on time and Mr. Rahul Gandhi wouldn't be able to participate in the no confidence motion against the government. However, ahead of the debate, this is what really is happening right now is that Rahul Gandhi is going to be given an opportunity to in fact take part in that debate, given that he's been reinstated as per the notification that you also saw first on India Today, back as Wayanad MP. And inside Parliament, it's a fresh lease of life really for the Congress party, and also a shot in the arm as far as the entire opposition bloc is concerned, given that they've displayed bonhomie inside Parliament and outside, and they in fact spoke together against his disqualification, and also welcomed the fact that the Supreme Court has stayed the order of the Surat Court and allowed him to function as a member of Parliament once again. This was welcomed by members of the opposition. The entire India bloc had welcomed this, and previously we had seen them also unite the last time around inside the house when Rahul Gandhi was first disqualified. Rahul Gandhi is back as Member of Parliament from Wayanad, and these are pictures of celebration that has broken out at Delhi's AICC headquarters. It's a Congress headquarters in Delhi city. The notification to that effect has been put out by the Lok Sabha Secretariat. This means clearly that there will be in fact fireworks inside the house, given the very one-on-one face-off that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has had with the Prime Minister of the country in the past as well. So is it going to be Mr. Gandhi versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi once again in the run-up to 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Court's move to stay the conviction means that Rahul Gandhi is back in Parliament as a member from Wayanad. Rahul Gandhi, of course, has to be, like the BJP said, that there would be many other cases against him. But this is euphoria right now that we see within the Congress and its sympathizers. With Rahul Gandhi coming back, in fact, to Parliament, we'll be expecting to see more of him in the House. There is a no confidence motion also being moved against the government. It has been moved and there is a discussion. I'm going to go straight to my colleague Kumar Kunal, who is in fact at Delhi's AICC headquarters.
महिलाओं ने जो पारंपरिक तरीके से जो नृत्य है वो कर रही हैं, साथ ही साथ ढोल की आवाज यहाँ पर चल रही है। जिस तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला आया और उसके बाद आज लोकसभा में सदस्यता बहाल की गई है, उसको लेकर के लगातार यहाँ पर जश्न का माहौल। इस समय राहुल गांधी जी ने जब अपना आधिकारिक आवास छोड़ा था तब से वो अपनी मां सोनिया गांधी के साथ 10 जनपद में ही रह रहे हैं, तो एक तरीके से ये घर भी है इस समय राहुल गांधी का। और यहाँ पर आप तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं, पटाखे भी छोड़े जा रहे हैं और यहाँ पर पूरी तरह से माहौल जश्न का बना दिया गया है। तो ये सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम रंगारंग तरीके से राहुल गांधी का लोकसभा में वापसी का ये पूरा जश्न। कैमरामैन नासिर के साथ कुमार कुणाल, दिल्ली, आज तक।
Heard in fact from a reporter on the ground getting us those pictures right now as far as the celebrations that have broken out at Delhi's headquarters. In fact, getting in more details as far as Mr. Rahul Gandhi is concerned, expected that he will be back in Parliament as early as today. His disqualification from Lok Sabha now stands revoked. He is going to be certainly in Parliament for a no confidence motion debate.
Celebrating this victory, and what was written on the banners and posters, that it is a victory of Rahul Gandhi, and that's why the kind of celebration with goals and traditional colorful dresses is going on at 10 Janpad. I will let you know that after leaving his official residence, Rahul Gandhi is presently residing with her mother Sonia Gandhi at 10 Janpad only. So this is official residence of Sonia Gandhi, but a temporary residence for Rahul Gandhi as well. So this kind of celebration is going on. आप लोग जो यहाँ पर आए हैं, क्या जश्न मनाने आए हैं?
जश्न नहीं आज देश में ही नहीं विश्व में जश्न मनाया जा रहा है। सत्य की जीत हुई है, राहुल गांधी के सिद्धांत वसूलों की जीत हुई है, गांधी जी आज महात्मा गांधी की जीत हुई है और झूठ का हार हुआ
big victory, and it's a victory of truth over what they are telling that it was a deliberate attempt by government to shut mouth of Rahul Gandhi inside the parliament. But ultimately the truth has prevailed, and that's why Rahul Gandhi's membership has been reinstated. I can show you some colorful pictures right here from Ken Janpat, that how women are celebrating, they are dancing, they are making it realize that it's a big victory for Congress, and not just Congress. They are celebrating and they are claiming that it's a victory of truth over this is what actually the government was wanted to stop Rahul Gandhi to speak inside the parliament. With cameraman Nasir Khan.
Amit Bharadwaj is also getting us more details on that story. Amit, when do we expect to see then Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Yeah, more reactions coming in. Let's go straight to that.
मूर्खता प्रदर्शन करते हैं। जहाँ तक मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, ये तो क्या है, उस कल वो फ्राइडे आ गया है और सैटरडे संडे शायद नहीं होगा। वो स्पीकर आज निर्णय किया है, और क्या है, आज तो जो फ्राइडे होने के बाद आज तो रिस्टोर हो गए ना। कम से कम जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन के बीच में जब चलता है विषय, थोड़ा संयम तो रखना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसे तो बाकी एमपीज को भी हुआ है, तो इसलिए जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया है, वो प्रक्रिया हमने बिना डिले किया है।
जानबूझकर देरी की गई है सर, उसी समय
नहीं, क्या उसी समय का सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसीजन आने के बाद ऑर्डर कॉपी पूछा था, ऑर्डर देने के बाद तुरंत कर दिया है।
तुरंत सदस्यता ली थी 24 घंटे के।
नहीं, वो तो उस दिन वर्किंग अवर्स था जी।
सर राहुल गांधी को आप
निलंबित कर दिया, मुझे पूरे सत्र के लिए निलंबित कर दिया। क्या हम बच्चे हैं? हमें समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्यों कर दिया। ये दिल्ली के बिल की वजह से पूरे सत्र के लिए मुझे निलंबित कर दिया गया। कोई बात नहीं, लड़ाई जारी रहेगी। मणिपुर पे बोलना पड़ेगा प्रधानमंत्री जी को।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जाहिर है कि विपक्ष को मजबूती मिलेगी।
राहुल गांधी जिंदाबाद।
Denying the delay in restoration of Rahul Gandhi as a member of parliament, saying that there has been no delay in terms of revoking the fact that he was in fact disqualified from parliament, and that they have no hand in it because the Congress had raised questions about the government dilly-dallying on this. The government says we have got nothing to do with it. The Lok Sabha Secretariat has issued a notification, but the Congress alleged that the government tried to delay this process. The government said we never tried to delay the process of getting Rahul Gandhi back as a member of parliament, and we have no hand in it. Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership has been restored. However, the Congress has alleged that the BJP tried to block it.